day, I'm a hustler on a mission. Grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission. Trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding.
I'm on a mission 24/7. Yo, we in the lit house. Whatever you do, make sure you keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me? It's Home Inc. TV. That's Hustlers on a mission every day. Sponsored by dividendsapparel.com. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital and create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that. And we finna tap in today with a real nigga reaction, another RNR moment. Get you some rest and relaxation tonight of this morning. No, whenever you see this shit, you know what I'm saying? And don't forget to tap in, like, comment, subscribe, all that, post notification, all that. You know we building over here. If you a hustler on a mission every day, you in the right place. Stay on your motherfucking mission and create a positive impact today and later. Do that shit capital. We just gonna pop this off with this interview that been making some rounds in my algorithm for some reason. So this the Tasha K and Young Pharaoh interview. Now Tasha K is popular for gossip, messy gossip type shit. I really don't know, but I know it's definitely mainly about gossip and shit like that. I ain't really, every time I hear her name, I don't really hear too much positivity, positive shit surrounding it. I know motherfuckers I know her name come up with a lot of lawsuit threats, shit. I don't know, man. Anyway, happy Friday to y'all, man. Hope y'all have a good weekend and everything. Hope everything all right with y'all. And I hope you get over that bullshit that you got going on with yourself, nigga, because you know life is way bigger than that. It's way more capital than that. You know what I'm saying? Handle your business. All right, with that being said, word of the day is going to be fuck them again. It was fuck them before, and it's fuck them again today. But now we're going to switch it up today. It's going to be compassion. So this weekend, I'm going to try to be a little more compassionate and show a little more compassion to those I feel that are deserving of it, because everybody be having me fucked up for real. So unless I feel like you deserve it, I'm not finna give a bitch no compassion. Bitch, fuck you. All right, and we finna get it on like this, like right now. You know what I'm saying? We finna get to the real nigga reaction, the RNR moment. You know what's going on with me. And you know where you at now. If you didn't, it's the lit house. Whatever you do, just make sure you keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me? And if you didn't know, here's a little background on this interview. It got taken down about something. Pharaoh is a bit controversial. So this was actually taken down for some reason. I think it may have been taken down by Tasha K and her team personally.
All right.
Not YouTube directly.
Young Pharaoh.
But
yes.
This is the first ever Viewers' Choice interview. You called last week. It was last week, right? Or the week before?
Something like that.
And you were like, I need you to interview me. So I was like, okay. But it was so much to compile. I couldn't really get a lot of the stuff that I wanted to get. So I just asked the viewers to kind of step in.
That's right.
And help me to conspire questions, because a lot of your content is not available anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, on YouTube.
On YouTube. Now, you do have other apps. We've talked about that, and we'll talk about that later on in the interview. But I got to tell you this. You probably may be shocked. I didn't want to give you this interview.
You didn't?
I didn't.
I ain't shocked at that. You know how people, I mean, you probably thought I was controversial.
It's not, listen, I'm controversial, but I guess the actions that went on, and we're going to talk about this later, between you and the mother of your children, it rubbed me the wrong way.
I'm sure it did.
You know, and me and you, we had a conversation. I was a little upset, so I hung up
Yes.
the phone.
Yes.
Because there was some things that you said, and I was just like, I didn't think that you heard exactly what you were saying. I think I want to give you the benefit of the doubt that you were heated and you were just going off. Or did you know exactly what you were saying in that phone call?
I want to be. We got to bring the words up.
The words
But
up?
most likely, I probably knew exactly what I was saying.
You said I hit her.
No, she said I hit her.
I
So
said,
my
did you
thing
put
is-
hands on her? You said I did.
No, when I threw my baby mother out the house, right? When I
Okay.
got her to the garage,
Okay.
I definitely gave her a little real quick. But I didn't scrape my baby mother.
But you
I didn't
are
whoop my baby mother ass.
But you are a weapon. You know that, right? You're a trained martial artist. You're
Exactly.
a weapon.
Exactly. But let me say this, right?
Okay.
Women terrorize behind the scenes.
Okay.
Women terrorize.
Ooh, that nigga said some shit, boy. They do terrorize. That's the truth, though. That's the truth. They terrorize, play victim, manipulate situations and shit like that. And I see what she going. I feel like I already see what type of fucked up ass interview this finna be for him. I already see it. I could already see it. Why the fuck you gonna start off talking about you ain't want to do it because of a situation between him and his mother of his child, which it was domestic and his family. And if you felt like he said that he hit her initially, the type of person that you is, you wouldn't take it. The only reason you would take the interview would be for the viewership or the views that you could attain and shit like that from an audience you probably didn't tap into. But I called Cap. She would have did that interview anyway, especially because of the way she felt about what you were doing or what you said about that. Shit, she probably only brought it up initially. That was probably an extra reason to take it. Because the bitch messy. I already know the bitch messy. I could tell how she started that shit off. The fuck?
And they act like they don't.
Okay.
They break shit, bust windows. Okay, now let me say this, right? And I'm gonna let everybody know from this point on, this Tasha K.
Okay.
You feel me? You know I told you for this start, you asked me. I don't know, nothing's off limits. With me, we can get spicy on this motherfucker.
Okay.
So I don't have nothing to hide.
Okay.
So from this point on, I want to conduct myself with my level of professionalism I've been conducting myself with.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it raw right here.
Okay.
My baby mother is lucky I don't beat her ass. And I don't give a fuck who watching. I need to beat her ass. But I don't put my hands on women. So my baby mother, both my baby mothers take advantage of the fact that I'm on a spiritual path. They know I'm not gonna put my hands on them. So they terrorize when they think ain't nobody looking. My daughter's mother, who I threw out of my house, she came in my house. I told her not to come in my house. She's even on the internet admitting. I told her, I said, do not come in my house. I'm going to bring the kids out. She snuck in the house through my videographer because I don't put people in my business. I didn't tell my videographer that my baby mother is not allowed in my house right now because she refuses to have self-control and she thinks she can curse me out, break shit when she want, talk about she going to have her brother shoot me up, all that shit that she don't want to say that she do on the camera. She is the aggressor and she be trying to play me like I'm pussy. Why? Because I've been with her for 5 years. I've never told no gangster stories around her. I've never told no.
That's fucked up, bro. That is fucked up, man. Damn, bro. That's fucked up, dog. A bitch can never say no shit to me like I promise to God, boy. Boy, she did that shit with the right nigga. A nigga on the spiritual path, boy. Cause she did that with the right nigga. Cause boy, listen. Motherfuckers be knowing who to do that shit with too. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. People pick and choose certain battles and situations, right? And sometimes your bitch know who you be. Sometimes like your bitch will know exactly like who you is and your capabilities, right? But it's just something in them. If it's your business, it's just something in them. They have to push you to a limit to which you remind them. If I made sense with that, they push you to a limit on purpose because they're bored and because of whatever stupid ass reason mentally they feel like they need it. But they push you to a limit purposely. They push you to a limit purposely. To have you remind them. You feel me? Of who the fuck you actually are, bro. Like, of the capabilities that you actually have, like, or how fucked up shit could actually get. Man, I had a bitch grab my gun one time, right? I had a bitch threaten to kill herself, right? I had a bitch threaten to kill herself. Come over where I was at in my little spot and shit while I'm trying to goddamn begin. This when I just started trying to begin my shit, like streaming shit for real. Bitch come in my little area and shit, grab my strap out of where she know I keep it at. I watch her do this shit too. Like it's like almost like I knew what she was finna do. It's like I damn knew what she was finna do before she did it when she was walking to the spot. So I looked at the bitch when she grabbed my strap and then she caught my shit back, right? I lost a bullet to this day. I still don't know what that damn bullet is. Cause I keep one in the head, bitch. What the fuck you grabbing my gun, cocking it back for? I keep one in the head just in case anything, but you just that I take off, say bow. First of all, I keep one in the mother head, bitch. Like the fuck is you cocking? What the fuck you grabbing my gun for, cocking it back for in the first place? Acting like you finna try to do some shit to yourself. So what's gonna happen is you perpetrate and you fuck around and actually do some shit to yourself. But through that entire process of them trying to figure out what exactly happened, they're gonna probably fuck around, try to charge me. People gonna swear you ain't do it. People gonna swear you ain't never been suicidal. You was happy you just had a daughter and all this shit. They gonna swear you ain't had no postpartum signs or nothing. They gonna swear. They gonna swear that I killed your ass in here. So guess what's gonna happen? While I'm fighting for my freedom, trying to prove that your stupid ass grabbed my gun and shot yourself. While I'm around here doing that and you dead and gone, guess what the fuck your daughter gonna be at? Because of your dumbass emotional decision, bitch. Because you can't control your emotions. You emotional about a dumbass situation. And then your stupid ass feelings. Being fucking foster care because she ain't finna be released to your family, bitch. She ain't gonna be released to your family or my family. So guess where the fuck she going? In the fucking system. Around a bunch of bitch ass, puss ass, racist ass people that probably don't give a fuck about her. Motherfuckers that enjoy to use her as a fucking slave just because she a fucking nigga and she dark skinned. Anyway, I'm getting off subject again. But these hoes be crazy, bro. These hoes be violating, motherfucking playing victim and shit. Like, yeah, some of you hoes deserve to get your fucking ass whooped. Because if you got your ass whooped, you wouldn't fucking act the way you been acting, you stupid bitch. And it'll be easier to lead your ass and for a nigga to get somewhere and be successful. You gotta leave y'all bitches alone to be successful now.
Prison stories around her. She don't really know how I give it up in the street.
Bitch don't even know how to be a nigga.
I'm not saying I'm not.
For real. Bitch, you were supposed to
that's
be
not a part of my past, but I'm not proud of that. Mate. I was misled by a lot of people. I was misguided by a lot of people. I'm not proud of a lot of things I've done in my life. So I don't talk about it. I've never had guns and shit in the house.
Let's talk about it, okay?
Right.
Because I mean, if you have presented yourself one way to your children's mothers, but yet you're one way
I'm bugging. She been on Sherman with me. She been on the block.
So
with me.
both of your baby mothers know exactly how
I met my son mother when I was trapping.
Okay.
And she gonna lie right now on the internet. See, this is what it is, Tasha. These middle class women, and I'm saying middle class because my son mom cheeked the wagga, white people.
Okay.
Grew up around white people. No disrespect to white people. Because obviously I got white friends, no disrespect, but she grew up around white people. Now this is unbeknownst to me because I've never in my life been a woman beater. Never. I put that on my eternal soul.
But you want to beat your baby mother's ass.
I can say that.
That you want to beat their ass.
I should have beat her ass. I should have.
So if they get on the internet and they call the police and they pull this interview and say that, you see, so why don't you believe that he whooped my ass?
Listen, I've been in prison.
Okay.
I've been in situations where I could say, Sergeant, me and him, we don't really get along.
All right.
I really want to whoop his ass. So I'm telling you right now, either you gonna get him off the unit or I'm whooping his ass because of he did this, that, and the third. So my thing is when it comes to talking to authority, to the police, it's freedom of speech. I can alert you if I'm having a problem with somebody. I can do that. If I say, hey, this woman comes over here and breaks shit. This woman come over here and be all up in my face. This woman come over here and threaten to have her brother shoot me. This woman come over here and lie. This woman come over here and sneak through my phone when I'm asleep and say this to that person and then lie to me and say this person said that and didn't say that. This is the same motherfucker who is trying to be my best friend right now. If I show you my text messages right now, Golden is a whole nother person in his phone. So it's not wrong for me if I say,
well, I want to see that phone.
I got you.
And later. I want to see that phone.
And so my thing, go ahead.
But let me.
Why? What the fuck you give a fuck for? What the fuck that got to do with anything, bitch? What the fuck? You got to see the bitch being a different person for me, anything. You talking about after this? No, bitch. See it right now then so you can say it on the fucking camera. Oh, yeah, that is a different person. What the fuck you want to see the shit after for? Or see it for anyway? At all. This is the bullshit with this is the bullshit with avoiding accountability. This is the bullshit right here. Because motherfuckers always give these bitches excuses to act the fucking way they act and to be fucking dumb as the way they is. Dumb as fuck, idiotic as they is, bro. Like, it's always an excuse for these bitches. Bitch, fuck your excuses, bro. Niggas always coming up with excuses for these hoes, bro. Excuses for like, what the fuck? What happened to equality? What the fuck happened to equality? All these fuck ass excuses.
Let me back up a little bit because I just wanted to tell you that it just, you know, to hear you preach for so many years
because they bitches
about black empowerment.
Niggas give excuses to
black
bitch ass
niggas
because they bitch.
And the black woman is God, and yet you sit up here and say, "I want to beat my baby mother's ass," who is a black woman who birthed your children. And
exactly.
It hits different.
But you're not looking at the fact.
But it hits. You are a public figure.
I don't care.
You're not Joe Blow in the street. You're human.
I'm a self-made. I'm a self-made young black.
So if you're self-made, you should know how to handle your emotions.
And I'm handling them.
Dragging your baby mother out of the house.
Listen to me. My baby mother snuck into my house.
Okay.
Bust a hole in my goddamn wall.
Okay.
Shit, drug out the house, bitch. Look at she ain't get threw out that bitch like Jazz, bitch, like Uncle Phil through Jazz. Man, that shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy, bro. Like you ain't gonna drag a bitch out your house that don't stay there. It ain't like she was staying there. It was a dispute, like he kicked the bitch out, dragging her out. That's what she trying to make it sound like. It seemed like to me. No, but he drug out of the house where she wasn't staying. She came in there disrupting the aura and the essence of the house and vandalizing the place. Bitch, like if she didn't get dropped on her head, getting thrown at that motherfucker. Man, that shit crazy as fuck, man. Hell no, bro. That shit, it'd be amazing to me. Like it just be amazing to me. Like the way a bitch think. It's just amazing to me. Like it's fucking amazing. It really has to be studied, right? Like it's primarily a lot of stupid people in the world, so I can understand why certain people have a astronomical amount of viewers when they dumb as fuck.
Okay.
Think about
Broke my
stupid ass
motherfucking
shit,
spiritual
and
statue.
majority
Now I
of
don't know what your
stupid ass
spiritual
people
belief is,
thinking.
but breaking my shit would be like going into a church and knocking down a cross. It would be like going to Tibet with the Buddhist monks and knocking over Buddha.
Okay.
That woman came in my house, and my white videographer will tell you, she took my statue and threw my shit on the floor. She took my other Egyptian statue and threw my shit through the wall.
So you didn't know what that meant when she did that?
What you mean I didn't know what it meant?
You didn't know what, as someone who's as educated as you claim to be, you didn't know what breaking that statue meant to her.
What? Bitch, what? What the fuck you just say? What it meant to her? What? You mean the bitch coming to my house breaking my shit? What it meant to her? Hold on. Hold the fuck on, bro. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold the fuck on, bro. What the fuck kind of interview is this? I could see why I got took down now. This is the type of bullshit we talking about. Bitch, hold on. What it meant to her? This nigga telling you how the bitch came in his house and violated, breaking his shit, spiritual items, demolishing, vandalizing his house. And you talk about you don't have an idea of why she did that. What you mean? She came to what? I have an idea. No, bitch, I don't. First of all, she snuck in the house. He just told you she snuck in this bitch and did this shit. What the fuck is her reason to doing it? If she coming to get the kids, she going to pick up the kid. Why the fuck is she even in the house? She need to go in that car. What the fuck is she even in the car for? I mean, why the fuck is she even out the car for? Like, and then you trying to come up with another excuse for why a bitch breaking shit in his house? Man, that bitch would have got put on her neck. I ain't gonna count, bro. Hell no, I never beat a bitch up. I never in my life beat a bitch up. I never swing on a bitch. I never punch a bitch closed fist in her face or none of that shit. Never in my life will I have never done that. But I will earth the shit out of bitch as soon as she get out of the motherfucking pocket. I will take her ass to the 5th floor and toss her ass out the motherfucking door. Bitch, you crazy as fuck, man. You niggas, bitch.
What message she was trying to send you?
I don't
You teach a lot of shit.
A message? A message? People die for sneaking in people's houses. You know that, right? Don't you know if people sneak in a person's house is classified as burglary? That's classified as burglary. When you sneak in a person's house, that's classified as burglary. It's classified as entering an occupied dwelling when you sneak in a person's house unknown, uninvited. Is entering a occupied dwelling because the people in there is entering occupied dwelling. Forcefully entering. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, they say like the measure of a genius is the way of thinking, right? It's the way they think is what measures a genius. It's not really the knowledge of shit. It's the way of thinking, the way you attain the knowledge, the way you figure shit out. The comprehension of a lot of women, I hate to say it, is kind of fucked up, bro. I mean, this should be a very intelligent woman, right? She's supposed to be a very intelligent woman. And my brother giving a very detailed explanation of occurred events. But her being so tied to her species and her being so tied to that as a woman, her uh fans, as you could say, really, that's really what it is, her audience. She really catering to her audience with this bullshit, like making an excuse for ignorance, right? Because why the fuck would a nigga give a fuck about a bitch trying to send a message if she just snuck in my house? What kind of message? Fuck a message, first of all. For a bitch that interviewing you to talk about, do you not get the type of message she was trying to send while she was doing that? Bitch, you coming off like you was this bitch friend or something. Did y'all talk about this shit directly? Like, this your homegirl? What the fuck? The fuck is you talk about the message you trying to send? Bitch, do you know the situation that was at hand or something personally? The fuck is you talking about? The fuck message she was trying to send? I feel like the message was she's a dumb, immature, emotionally unbalanced bitch.
I don't give a fuck what message she was trying to send. I wasn't being aggressive. I wasn't being combative.
Okay.
I wasn't breaking shit. She came in there breaking shit. I asked her to leave probably 20 times in a row.
Now, you know that's kind of hard to believe because you are very animated online. Listen, so it's hard for us to believe that. But
it's also that same incident is on camera, and I got my camera right here saying this, pointing at my. She put my baby on the floor, and I told her, pick my baby up, just like this. Pick my baby up. Why you got my baby on? Why you got my daughter on the floor? I'm like, listen, pick my baby up. This is a hard ass floor. She's not in danger. I was calm. I was calm. Because I don't like to fight with females.
So why you couldn't pick the baby up?
I end up getting the baby, and she ended up getting drugged. I ended up giving the baby to my
And you drug her out of your house.
Drug that ass right out my house.
Where are you from?
I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out because
and she's on camera. Okay. And when I drug her, I want to let you know she's on camera.
Okay.
And I drug her just like this. I'm in control. I'm calm. I ain't doing too much. And I drugged that ass on camera.
Why didn't you just call the police?
I did. Because she wouldn't leave.
Well, in the video, she called the police.
She lied. Y'all.
In the video, she called the police. Man, bitch, don't you know bitches lie? I just got off the last shit talking about how these bitches like, man, you know how bitches lie? In the video, she called the police. Bitch, did you see her dial 911 in the video, bitch? Nah, for real. Did you see the bitch dial 911 and have the conversation with the police at the time that she called the police? Did you see that, bitch? And you could tell how she asked the question that she didn't really know the truth. She like, but no, she called the police, right? Like, did she? Like, bitches just be fishing. Like, bitch, you don't even know. Do your fucking research or something. Do your fucking job. You're supposed to be a journalist, right? But you ain't even want to take the interview, so you ain't want to do your fucking job. You just want to scrutinize people.
Not you, but y'all women lie.
Y'all opposite sex.
How she called the police? I called them. I will show you a text message from her yesterday saying, you the one who called the police. I called the police because I told her, listen, you out here acting ghetto as fuck. We in this white people neighborhood. I didn't leave the streets to be dealing with this shit. And I tell her all the time, do not come here with that ghetto, ratchet, nasty, Oakland ass bitch attitude. I don't want to deal with that. You doing wild, embarrassing shit. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing as fuck.
What was your childhood like coming up?
My childhood was great until my the black women in my family pushed my.
Oh, don't try to put this on black
I'm doing
women.
that. I'm doing that.
Don't
I'm
do
doing
that.
that.
You gaslighting now.
I'm doing that.
You gaslighting.
Shit, you just gaslight that man. You talking about all this shit that you don't know nothing about. Talking about gaslighting. Stir that shit up, Pharaoh.
But you asked
Because
me
if
how
the
my
same
Stir it
thing
up.
keeps happening to you,
Stir it
you
up.
have to take a
I
step
got an
back
auntie.
and take a look.
Listen,
at
all the black women in my family were toxic. My
Okay.
grandma used to get drunk and wave her shotgun at us.
Okay.
Toxic. I had another aunt used to buy all my cousins freezes and candies, never bought me shit.
Okay.
Toxic. Used to let my other cousins play the game, never let me play the game. Toxic. Every black woman in my life that I've ever been in the care of has done me filthy. And I was a kid.
And you just not realize that.
I've been realized that. That's why I don't fuck with none of them.
So who you fucking
But I
now?
stayed loyal. Who am I fucking?
Yeah, who you fucking now? Black
Black
women, white women?
I've never had sex with a white woman in my life. I'm 28 years old. But that don't mean I can't tell black women about themselves. Who the fuck is black women to think that we can't tell them about themselves? When they got a problem with us, they let the world, they don't just let us know, they let the world know. They come up to your job, try to humiliate you. But why we can't say, sweetheart, you need to be a little bit more feminine.
Message.
So how did your aunts, your mom, cousins, how did that affect your life coming up? Because I've had toxic uncles. They used to get drunk, but it never affected my life. How did it affect your life? To the point where you feel as if almost every black woman is toxic.
Okay, before I answer that, I don't feel every black woman is toxic. I feel black women in America are toxic. Because I talk to black.
You obviously ain't been to Africa and seen African women.
They might be, but I talk to some women from Africa.
Okay.
And they don't act like that.
Okay. You can't generalize all black women in America as a whole.
I'm not, but I'm saying average black.
You understand that we're taught that rhetoric to think that our people are a certain way. And that's just surprising coming from you.
No, I grew up in the ghetto. Not gonna lie to me.
But you grew up in the ghetto.
My sisters is toxic.
Okay.
Black women, listen, here's the thing. We gotta share the blame here. For how many years has it been niggas ain't shit, black men, and black women ain't never once in their life out of all the years I've been on the internet. My first lecture was the black woman is God. Let's not forget that. So I've been repping, I came out repping. Black women betrayed me. I ain't betrayed black women.
You repped black women, but.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. Black women betrayed Tupac too. I'm going to tell you another thing, right? If you're a real solid individual, right? A black woman is going to betray you because they're brainwashed and that's what they're conditioned to do. Unless she values a male figure. Like if your girl or somebody had a mom, it don't even matter if your mom and your daddy was married, bitch. If your girl feel like her mama was a single mother, nigga, man, it's gonna be a fucking problem for you, bro. It's gonna be a fucking issue, bro. These bitches brainwashed. It's fucked up. I hate to say it, but he ain't lied, bro. That nigga ain't lied at all, bro. It's so fucked up. Black women won't even tell the truth about other black women to their fucking male sons because they're a black woman.
You also wanted to fuck.
Their allegiance is to their sex. Their allegiance to their sex, not their child or their own blood. They don't give a fuck about their child or their own blood. They ain't even gonna inform them enough. You feel me? Like it's probably a strong 7% of black women that will inform their sons of about how women are, right? And shit, a percentage of them only doing it for their own benefit. Man.
Multiple black women at the same time as well. So how do you build a black woman up to tell her you're not enough? Because you do believe in polygamy.
Here's the thing.
Let's get it.
I'm not telling nobody they're not enough.
Okay.
All I'm saying is be a grown, mature adult. Be a grown, mature adult.
How do you expect a 19-year-old to be a grown, mature adult? Golden was 19 when you met her.
I was only 3 years older than her.
But Golden was 19 when you met her, right?
Okay, that's
so
right.
how do you expect her to be someone my age?
Exactly. Now here's the thing.
Okay.
I remember coming up all through school, they said these bitches mature faster, man. It don't seem like that to me, bro. It don't seem like that at all to me. These bitches, I don't get it. I don't get it. And he ain't even saying that he expected to be a mature bit like, but being a grown motherfucker and mature don't have really nothing to do with the fucking age. Everything to do with a fucking mindset, the way they carry themselves, the way they were brought up. Like that shit, what the fuck she talking about? I mean nothing.
She was 19. I was 3 years older than her. That girl not stupid. That girl not stupid. Now, people keep talking about something. When I was 17 years old, I made $40,000. Kids ain't stupid. Not saying she a kid. We not stupid.
Okay.
I made $1.4 million last year on my own with no team.
But you can be
so
smart.
I'm saying it to say this.
But not mature.
I didn't expect her to do nothing. When I started talking to Golden, she came into a polygamous relationship. I was already talking to somebody else. So let's not sit here and act like that girl came over here and I finessed that girl. And that girl came into me talking to somebody else and got into it with the woman I was already talking to and fucked that whole relationship up.
So what does that tell you? Did her having to mess up another relationship with you
Maybe
and another
she did
woman,
it on purpose.
But yet tells you, yes, I'm okay with being polygamous, but nobody's married here. How are you a polygamist and nobody's married?
Because polygamy is illegal according to the United States government. Meanwhile, bestiality and homosexuality is legal over here in over 11 states.
Damn. Man, what? Hold on, bro. That nigga said they got bestiality legal in over 11 states in America, but you can't even have multiple. They say it's illegal to be. What? That let you know. Marriage is for the government, bro. It ain't no motherfucking shit. That shit ain't for us, bro. Like, they introduce you to this shit called marriage. They keep tabs on you, really, in the government. But they don't want you having more than one wife and shit. They don't recognize it. What? But they recognize bestiality. And homosexuality. In over 11 states in America. I want y'all to listen to that shit again. So you can't legally have two or multiple wives in America, right? You can't legally have multiple wives. But if you're in the right state, nigga, if you're in the right state, that bitch could marry that animal that she been fucking the whole time. That weird ass dude could go ahead and marry that goat that he been fucking on the side. What? Trump, clean this shit up, Trump. Take that. What the fuck is that about? Can you put that on the bill? Make it legal for niggas to have more than one bitch. You know the numbers you know what I'm saying? We outnumbered out here anyway with the bitches. You feel me? Like the bitches like bitches. We outnumbered with the bitches. They say shit, niggas should have, it should be 7 bitches to a nigga. Every nigga should be able to have their own 7. That's fucked up though, cause niggas will still be trying to get other niggas 7s and like be trying to swap out 7s on the side different times. Like that shit'll be crazy, bro. Man, you heard what that nigga? You heard that shit though? We gotta look that shit up. I don't give a damn about it, but damn, bro, that is fucked up. So I can't have my 3-4 wives like I want. But this bitch could go over here and fuck and marry old Yeller and shit. Lassie and shit, bitch. Ren 1010 and motherfucking Flipper and Free Willy and shit, bitch. I'm disgusted right now. I am just. I am. I don't get this shit. I know, you know what? I come to grips with like it's a lot of shit I'm just not gonna understand. I'm just not gonna get it. I don't want to get it. I don't want to understand it. I don't want to be like none of y'all. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to. Where's the teleportation machine at? I swear, man. Whatever alien I got dropped, whatever alien dropped me, or whatever planet I came from, just come back and get me. Bitch, come back and get me, bitch.
So I can't legally marry somebody as a polygamist, or else I would have.
You can marry one and court others. I'm sorry.
But I don't want to be injuncted to the government.
How would you be injuncted to the government? Men have wives and they have mistresses, and that's not illegal.
Because if I would have married this woman, right? If I would have married her and she would have slit my throat like she just tried to do, right? And we would have been going through a divorce, she'd have been able to get into my pockets financially and damage me and for shit that she didn't do anything for. See, here's the thing, when I met Golden, right? She was at home with her parents. There's no shot at her. I carried this woman on my back for 5 years. She didn't have a license. Everywhere she wanted to go, I drove her, no complaints.
Hey, I want you to listen to every nigga that ever went through it with a bitch. It's always gonna be around 5-6 years. You know why that is? Because in all actuality, to ultimately really know a person, it takes 5 years. You feel me? So in between the time that you've been dealing with this person, you may have known them about 3-4 years. You feel like you probably know them real good, right? You know them well. You almost really know them. But within that time frame, they have become a whole new person. So in all actuality, you never really know someone. You feel me? If it take 5 years to really know somebody and they switch up on you on the 4th, 5th year, you got to relearn that person. That's a whole new person now. And that's why a lot of people end up going through shit at that 5-year mark at night. You feel me? Because everybody ain't loyal. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody not really, what's the word? Shit. Motherfucker just be ready to switch it up on you. That's it. Like Cat Williams said, motherfucker switch it up on you like, you feel me? And as soon as shit don't go motherfucker way, motherfuckers come running back, trying to find their way back in, try to inch back in, try to finesse their way back in, try to fuck their way back in, and all that other shit. Try to sucker shit their way back in. Like ultimatum the way back in and all that other shit. Bitch, that shit ain't nothing. Ain't gonna work, ain't never gonna work, never will work, bitch. Never will, bitch. That shit be flawed as hell.
It ain't never been a month that went by where it wasn't groceries in that fridge. I home birthed both my children. I paid for that. Everything she wanted to do, I paid for. Her logo, I paid for that. Sat down, made this woman get a notebook, taught her how to start a corporation. I never dealt with Golden from a point of view of be my sidekick. Let me say this. I tried to build her up. My son's mother, same thing. When I was trapping and in the street and doing thug things, my son's mother loved me. She gonna lie though because her parents are middle class Christians and she probably be lying about she used to come together. But yes, she did. Mm-hmm. Now, when I told my son's mother, let's eat healthy, let's read, let's work out. That's when I wasn't interested no more. So my main thing is, it ain't even just go.
And that's exactly how it be, bro. Cause you ain't the nigga. You ain't the fucked up nigga that they want you to be. You elevating. You trying to better yourself. They don't want better. They want confrontation. They want friction. They want drama. They want a life where it's possible that you could fuck up and get the fuck from around them forever, where you end up in jail on some stupid shit. That's what the fuck they be hoping. That's why when they fuck with niggas in the streets and shit like that, that's all that shit be. If they end up stuck with a nigga or feel like they stuck in a situation, they always hoping, you know what, this nigga gonna fuck up and he gonna go to jail one day. And it's fucked up that them hoes think like that, bro. Because I know bitches like, man, I grew up with nothing but female cousins and shit. Like I actually studied these hoes. Like I know the psychology of a bitch, bro. I studied psychology of human beings. Like I'm gonna tell you, bro, to really know a bitch, once you really understand the bitch, you'll never fall in love with them again. I swear to God, you'll never want to.
Go to it's every black woman that I've dealt with.
Every chance,
I tried to
every
show
chance
them
you
how to
get,
get a
you
bag.
set yourself
I
on
try to
mind
show them
yourself
how to get on their square.
and you gonna use them hoes.
Women, this is what it is.
Do
And
you
I'm
have a
gonna be
daughter?
honest, I'm in here
Do you have a daughter?
too.
Do you expect your 19-year-old daughter to be carried out by a man who's in their 20s, okay, already in the streets,
I wasn't
and know how? Were you out of the streets then?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been in the streets since about 2011.
Okay. So
I was doing this when I met Golden.
Okay, so you're doing this. You already got your career going. You're a little bit further ahead than she is mentally. So you expect a woman who's been courted under her parents, okay, her whole life to come out into a world and know how to be a wife and be mature?
Because I wasn't trying to do all that.
If she motherfucking was raised by a wife, she would know how to fucking be a wife. And that's the motherfucking problem with society, for real. Talk about how to know how to be a wife. That's the fucking problem. Bitches ain't raised by wives. Bitches raised by single mothers that motherfucking perpetuate the same system and bullshit of excuses of what the fuck. Man, bitches ain't gonna never learn how to be a wife. Cause bitches ain't got no wives to learn from. And every wife I ever seen ain't been shit. Show me a nigga wife, bitch, and I bet you if she looked too long, I could fuck that bitch, and then that she not a wife no more. She's a hoe. You feel me? If you think about it like that, all these niggas' wives is hoes, nigga. All these bitches is hoes, nigga. It ain't one bitch out here that ain't gonna fuck another nigga, bro. It ain't one. I don't give a fuck if you married. I don't give a fuck how much money you got, nigga. I don't give a fuck how rich you is. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about it. Don't none of that shit matter. How big your dick is, don't none of that matter, nigga. That bitch gon' fuck, nigga. Married or not, bitch. I don't give a fuck if the hoe was a virgin when you met her, bitch. She going. Oh yeah, and this is how she going. Guess what? If she got a phone, she going. If she got any one of these apps on this phone, she going. The bitch already gone, bitch. I'm telling you, man. You flash that hoe some money, bitch. You flash some money on your page, you'll have so many messages the bitches wanting to suck your dick. It's crazy.
Listen, she wanted, listen, even down to my kids, right? Not saying I didn't want my kids or I don't want my kids. She wanted the kids. That girl, listen, everything that girl got, she asked for. We wasn't doing nothing, but we could have been in a relationship and
bitches see you with some money and call you and ask you shit like, do you want some head? Bitch, not from you, bitch. Man, what? You already know how suspicious that sound, right? Imagine, right? You be fucking with a bitch the whole time. You been fucking with a bitch for a long time, like a couple years. You been fucking with on and off and shit. The bitch, like, she never wanted to give you head like that. Out of nowhere, a bitch just call you after you just felt good. You know you just gotta chill. All this shit you done been, Nah, bitch wanna call you. Do you want some what? Nigga, antennas up. Do I want some? No, not from you, bitch. What the fuck? I'm finna change my number. This bitch crazy.
just been kicking it. I didn't need her help at all for what I'm doing, obviously. You was not trying to downgrade her, but you was just a girlfriend, a companion. You wanted the kids. You asked for the kids. 2 to be exact, and you got 2 kids. I asked.
No, I would have never gave a bitch both of them. No. No. They show you though. They show you after that first one, nigga. They show you after that first one, you wanted that second one too. Because they show you after that first one. After that first one, them hoes show you, bro. Hoes start getting extra delusional and saying shit like you wasn't there when I had the baby. Bitch, what you mean? I cut the fucking cord, bitch. Fuck you mean I wasn't there? How the fuck I'm not done? I cut the cord. It's fucked up because they told me I couldn't record in that bitch, so I don't have no proof of me being there besides the picture that I got in the action and shit, a couple of pictures. But bitch, how the fuck you gonna gaslight me and tell me I wasn't in the room when you was having the baby when all I did was go somewhere, come right back, and was there before you had the baby and cut the cord? Bitch, are you crazy? I stayed the whole night in there with your ass when they induced like. Bitch, man, these hoes crazy.
Do you want to get money or do you want to be a housewife? She said she want to be a housewife. I made her a housewife. So everybody looking at me like, well, what do you expect? I expected her to do what she said she wanted to do.
I mean, I really can't go along with the fact that you made her a housewife and you didn't legally marry her, because being a housewife and being a wife means if something happens to you, these children are going to be okay. She's going to be okay. But if something happens to her or you now, guess where she's left?
That's on her.
Why is that on her? You help make those children.
My children good. They got life insurance policy. They got everything they need. She's in a position that she told
I think that's the problem. You know, we have people really look up to you, young Pharaoh. You know that? Even though we have a lot of questions here from the viewers, people really look up to you because it has nothing to do with your aesthetics.
People look up the drama.
No. I think sometimes you're so focused on the drama that you really can't see what you put into people. Your message was always strong.
I'm not focused on drama.
No. You said people look up to drama.
Yeah.
But you're not looking at
people
what your viewers see. People didn't even pay me attention
until she started talking shit about me.
That's not true. You had 600,000 followers plus more.
Yeah, but the black
community, including you, lady, is what he's saying, was not paying no attention to him until a black woman did all the negative shit and shined a fucking ray of a spotlight on that bitch and had motherfuckers like you that feed on negative bullshit to want to interview him. And this is the first fucking topic out of all the shit, all the knowledge and shit that a nigga got to do. It started off with I didn't really want to take this because of this and this is what we started off with, the negative bullshit. So if it wasn't the negative bullshit that get the attention, why the fuck would you start the interview with it? Because you know that's the reason you interviewing him in the first place, saying you didn't want to take the interview because of that. That's some bullshit. That's how they try to play you, bro. That's the manipulation shit, though.
Not the black community.
What?
Not the majority of the black community.
Pharaoh, really?
No, yeah, really.
Really?
Yeah, really.
So who was following you?
Yeah, really.
Who was following you?
A lot of mixed races of people. But the average person, listen, I could call the average person right now in the hood, and they all say the same thing. Damn, bro, I've been doing this time that I wasn't even paying you that much attention. I see what you're doing. That's how I get acknowledged by the average person.
I'm gonna have to, as someone on the outside that has been following you for about 3-4 years now, I'm gonna have to disagree with that because everyone that I know that is, especially in the conscious community, knows you. Okay. And they know your message. Now, a lot of them may not agree.
I agree with that. If they in that conscious community though, but that's the key word, conscious community. He said not in the black community because the majority of the black community is not conscious. Let's just keep it real. And that's what he's saying. And that's where the communication is like, is getting fucked up at, because he's saying black community and she's comparing, like, it sounds like she kind of putting it in the same like conscious community with the black community, but that's not what he's saying. He's saying in the black community, not a conscious community, but a conscious community, of course, bitch, because it's consciousness. Motherfuckers gonna be aware of some conscious shit. But he wasn't talking about conscious community. He was talking about the black community.
Agree with your message, but to say, "Oh, they
That's
didn't
what the
know me
disconnect is
until all
between
this drama
yeah.
happened,"
No, I said they wasn't paying no attention.
paying attention.
It wasn't.
How can you say people weren't paying attention?
Because
Unless
they
they
And
was
you
wasn't.
were
talking
getting
shit.
hundreds
Because they wasn't.
during COVID. Did you know that you were the only creator streaming upwards of 40 to 50,000 people live?
Yeah, I know that.
Black creator as well.
Yeah.
So why would you
Yeah.
say that nobody paid
Because
attention?
it wasn't
to you?
just white. That was a lot of races of people. That wasn't just black. I'm talking about the specific.
So you really think
the
black
spe-
people did not put you on?
The specific, nah, I didn't say that. I put myself on.
No. You can't say that.
How did I get on?
You can't say
How did
that.
I get on?
At the end of the day, every human being that got on put their cell phone by putting the work in, by getting the attention to do it. Don't say nobody put nobody on. Because at the end of the day, when a motherfucker got put on, they still had to do the fucking work to keep their cell phone or to stay in the motherfucking eyes of people that's on. Like, so niggas don't get put on. Niggas got to put their cell phone. You got to put your cell phone, bitch, unless you came from a fucking family like Blue Ivy. Unless you came from a family like Donald Trump. Bitch, you got to put your cell phone. You ain't motherfucking... It don't matter who the fuck supports you. If you don't put the fucking work in, nothing fucking happens and you never fucking on. So you got to put your cell phone.
How did I get on?
Where'd you get the money for the jury?
How did I get on? I work for it.
How?
I work for it. Doing lectures and traveling, not scamming or that. But let me ask you, how did I get on?
What happened to the money that the viewers donated
My
to help
attorney,
you to sue YouTube?
my lawsuit is in. Attorney got it.
Wasn't the lawsuit dismissed?
It's finna go to the what is it, 9th Division, 9th Circuit Supreme Court, something like that.
What about the Sandra Bland?
And we expect, let me say this, we expected it to be dismissed because the lawyer is a Jew. I mean, the judge is a Jew. So we expected it to be dismissed to go to a higher circuit court. Now, I'm very competent of the law. So when most people say, wasn't it dismissed? Not saying you, but people be saying that, oh, it was dismissed. Most of these people don't realize I'm the one who put a 330-30 motion into the Erie County Supreme Court by myself pro se and got my conviction and my verdict set aside 2 weeks after being sentenced. So imagine blowing trial and the judge say guilty, and then 2 weeks later you no longer guilty.
How much does an average lecture cost?
I was charging like $20, $25.
How many?
Hold on, man. Stop that shit right there. She's speeding past that shit. My boy making too many good points. Like it seems like she don't want to hit good points. Like, but we gonna let it soak in with a real nigga reaction. So just imagine that shit though. Imagine you blowing trial, right? Like I was speaking on this shit earlier. The motherfuckers give a nigga 100 years. Nah, you could cop out. They'll offer you like 13. They'll offer you like 13, 12. Just to take this plea right now. But if you fight this shit, take it to trial and waste this money, all this shit right here, the max, they're going to give you the max. So they're going to give you the max, right? 106 something years versus 12 if you cop out. You feel me? Like, that's a big fucking difference. You feel me? Like that's a huge difference. Like that's 10 times, like that's almost like 10x and like, you feel me? You feel me? But if you win, you go home. You win, you go home. You cop out, you get 12, 13. But bitch, if you fight this shit and lose, you gonna get about 106. What the fuck kind of sense that make? We'll just talk about it. So, like, imagine, right? You blowing trial, they giving you 106 years, right? and then they come back and overturn that shit. Which is fucked up because some niggas going through that shit, but it'd be years later when they overturn nigga shit. But them niggas end up getting some money. But is that money really worth it? Cause you don't know what the fuck niggas had to go through to survive shit. Like
People would show up.
Sometimes 150, sometimes 30.
How you afford a 40,000 custom made watch?
Because
Listen, I'm a YouTuber and I get bread. I
run an online university.
Okay.
And I have people that love to learn.
Okay.
But that don't mean it's only black people.
Okay.
That's my point. A lot of people in my community started paying me more attention now when my baby mothers started bashing me than they was when I was walking around. That's just the truth.
I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with that because those views between you and your baby mother, now they may garner some views, 15, 20,000 at the most. Where your lecture videos were getting upwards of 500,000 views, Pharaoh. You cannot
like 50 to 70,000.
No, I saw videos on your channel with like 200, 500,000, especially during COVID when you were probably one of the only.
Okay, now let's be distinguished something.
Okay.
Here. COVID lecture videos are not what I consider lectures.
Mm-hmm.
I consider that me trying to save the goddamn country.
And do you not think
talking about lectures.
Okay.
I'm talking about polypeptides, nuclear acids, biology, technology, shit like that.
Okay.
No. The average black person was not paying me attention. Chakras, acupuncture,
and we wasn't
neurons in the brain. They were not paying me attention.
We wasn't, bro. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna agree with you, nigga. We wasn't, bro. I'm gonna keep it G, nigga. We wasn't. I don't even know about the shit with your baby mama and shit. I ain't never heard about the shit with your lady and shit. But nah, bro. We wasn't though. I ain't gonna count to you. There was a lot more shit out here for niggas that be distracted with for real.
It's just the truth. Now the government shit, they start paying me attention because everybody ass was on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the government shit.
But I've been doing this for 5 years. Before I started it, trying to save the goddamn country, it was a small group of people paying me attention. People was calling me crazy.
Are you?
No, I'm not crazy. Do I look crazy to you?
I don't know what look crazy looks like.
What's crazy?
I don't know.
As a journalist, I don't think you should really ask. Like, is that a question to ask? I don't think that's a question to ask. Because statistically shown, if somebody's clinically insane or crazy, they will always say, "No, I'm not crazy." But they say niggas that say they crazy is statistically not really crazy and shit like that. And they actually got a lot of sense, right? But I think that shit is up to perspective of what is crazy, what actually is crazy to you versus what's classified as clinically insane or crazy or off and shit like that. Like, now you may have a certain way of thinking, right, that may classify you technically under some guidelines as off or insane or crazy. But hell no, he ain't crazy because he ain't do shit to his baby mama when she came in the breaking shit. That nigga ain't crazy. That nigga ain't crazy at all. That matter of fact, he called the police. He got a lot of sense.
Oh, that's why I'm
Crazy
asking
people
you.
don't make
Nigga definitely
$1.4 million
crazy.
on their own.
Crazy people make money all the time.
Not like that.
Okay. Mentally ill.
Listen here, if I'm mentally ill, I don't mind because I'm very intelligent.
Have you been diagnosed?
No. And if
Okay.
I was to be diagnosed, I would question who's diagnosing me. The white man?
Right.
I mean, we have black doctors.
Well, look, that nigga, I fought with this nigga. Who diagnosed me? The white man. White man always trying to diagnose a nigga with some shit, man. They always trying to diagnose a nigga with some shit. Of course, we gonna question that shit. Man, I question everything. That shit.
The black, what do they believe? What do they know about the world? How you go? Listen, if you stupider than me, you can't diagnose me.
Where did you, going back to your childhood, and this is why I want to follow, because you know, you mentioned a lot of toxicity amongst the women in your family.
Mm.
Somehow you left the men out. You know, we'll talk about that later. Where did you get your education?
I went to all my schools were smart. I went to Gravier School to Excellence, and I was so intelligent. I was on the superintendent's leadership program, and I got a trip to Disney World in 8th grade. Fact check that. Then I went to McKinley High School. You got 3 high schools in Buffalo, New York, the top 3. Number 1, the white people high school, City Honors. Number 2, Hutch Tech. Number 3, McKinley. I went to McKinley High School. I never went to no stupid ass school.
So what was your grade point average?
89, 88 average.
Okay.
Had a 98 English.
So where did you get your education on history, philosophy,
reading
physics?
books? I have $100,000 library that I read and take notes on. And anybody can come to my house and go in any drawer in there, you'll see actual notes. I read. I got science books.
Why don't you put any of this on camera? Because then
I do. Y'all haven't been paying me no attention.
No. I have not. When I see you, you're in front of your young Pharaoh
banner
art. Sign.
Right.
I don't see you vlogging, going to your room to show, oh, these are the books that I'm reading from.
I just did that like 5 times. It's literally a video I just did where I went through my bin, showed my notes.
Before or after your channel came
I just did it like 2 weeks ago. I have a new channel right now.
I know you have a new channel. On my before.
Listen here, I put a book list out 5 years ago. Anybody will tell you that.
Okay.
When I first got on YouTube, I put a book list out. Everything I'm doing on YouTube right now, I did it when I first came out. And to prove it, if you go to my university, I got a section called YP Classic Videos.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there, it's going to say 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Every video I did in each one of them years on my old YouTube channel is in there. If you go to my 2015 videos, probably in my first 10 videos, you're going to see I put out a book list. I showed my bin. Everything I'm doing right now, I already did when I first got on YouTube.
So does that make you qualified to teach at that level without the education?
Oh, I got a debate league where I put $50,000 on myself. So the qualifications, let's just get right to it. And I already had a debate set up with a Harvard professor before. This is facts. And we was going to debate on the history of Egypt. And they acted like they wanted some smoke. And they told me to send in my premise. And I sent my premise and they ain't want to debate no more. And that's facts.
Why do you think they didn't want to debate?
Because they know I was going to tear that ass up. And I changed my slogan to Otten University, fuck Harvard, Princeton, and Yale. And anybody who know they've been following me for years, you know that's been my slogan. Otten University, fuck Harvard, Princeton, and Yale. So as 5 people asking me am I qualified, let's just get the fuck out. Let's just skip that. Bring the top scholar you got. I got 50,000 on myself, put 50,000 on him. We're going to do it live on Otten University in front of everybody. And let's get it in. What we talking about? Evolution theory, whatever they want to do.
You know what I feel? And this is me being honest. I feel that you are one of the few Black men who have done time for selling. Okay? Dope, whatever you were selling, okay?
Nah, I want you to be correct.
Okay.
I went to jail for a firearm that was not mine.
But you weren't selling dope, though.
I didn't go to jail for selling dope.
I know you didn't go to jail, but were you selling dope?
At that time, hell no. I had 2 jobs.
Okay.
I was working at Olive Garden and Family Dollar, and I was supposed to go to the
So it was
Pittsburgh.
after your, I wouldn't even say streak of.
Man, who the fuck is this bitch working for? She sound like an agent. Why the fuck you asking a nigga is he selling dope around a certain time? Hell no. I don't know. My antenna just went up. What? Selling dope, bitch? What? Who the fuck is that? Something about some what? Hell no, bitch. I ain't never. What? Who said I was selling dope? I used to be trapping and shit. I ain't never say I was selling no dope. You gotta word that different. Trapping and selling dope. That's two different things. If you, it could be two different. You tripping, bitch. Hold on. I said I was trapping. I said I was trapping. I never said I was selling. Who the fuck said I was selling dope, bitch? What the fuck? Who the fuck said I was selling dope? Bitch, what, I'm supposed to be Nino Brown?
Getting in trouble or just being in the streets after you were out of the streets.
Hell
You
no,
decided to turn your
man.
life around, right?
No.
I'd probably be Pee Wee Longway the rest of this damn interview selling dope. What? Who the fuck said I was? I said I was trapping. I didn't say no. When I was man, I got locked up for the pistol. They caught me with a pistol, man.
Turned my life around on my own. And then I went to jail.
They caught me with a strap, man. Who the fuck said something about some dope? Bitch, what? Dope. The 7 Dwarf dope. Who the fuck you look? What? That bitch crazy, man. That bitch the agent. That bitch somebody, bro. That bitch is not to be trusted, bro. You
Dealing with a nigga I shouldn't even been around. So let me give you my background. Okay. I always used to tell myself, just survive until you turn 18 because I couldn't get a job before
the whole rest of this video.
So I was really in the street, sleeping in the trap, sleeping at parks. I was in the street.
Okay.
When I turned 18, I gave away all my weed, all my shit, stashed my money, and I started working at Olive Garden and Family Dollar, and I signed up to go to school, specifically the Irish Institute of Pittsburgh. I was supposed to start school on September 3rd. I went to jail. What were you going to study? Animation graphics design.
Okay.
And I was going to make animations for the kids and put my knowledge in animations to try to wake kids up.
That's what's up.
Black kids.
That's what's up. Hey, you should still do that shit, bro. I hope you still do that shit. I want to be a part of that shit. I fuck with that. That's my type of shit. Animation and shit for the kids, like schooling the kids and shit. I want to do that shit. I got some cartoons and shit I was trying to create. Like, I like that type of shit. That's fire right there. I fuck with that. That's cool as fuck.
I was supposed to start school September 3rd. I went to jail August 3rd. When I went to jail, I wasn't in the street. I wasn't in the street when I went to jail.
So what gave you the inspiration to kind of build your style of content? Like, what was it? What happened?
I love knowledge. I love to teach. Knowledge saved my life.
But everybody has a specific niche. You chose, I guess, the art of Black empowerment, consciousness, wokeness. What gave you that lane? What happened? Something had to happen. Like for me, seeing our Black men getting gunned down in the streets. Okay, that's enough. Mm-hmm. That's enough. Okay.
Right.
Outside of the hood, you see Black men killing other Black men. But to see, you know, a person of another race do it, it just hits different because it puts us back in a space where our ancestors were. But for you, what was your turning point? What made you say, this is the direction I want to go? Because them hoteps pay motherfucking money. And you have how much in your mouth? How much is in your mouth?
It's a $15,000 girl.
Okay. How much are your earrings?
I don't even remember. A couple thousand.
How much is your chain, your custom chain?
$21,000.
Your bracelet?
$16,000.
And your rings?
I don't even remember.
I'm not gonna say nothing yet. Let's just.
So you got close to like $200,000 on you now, doing lectures.
About 100,000, something like that.
Do you feel like you're a walking contradiction?
Nah. I feel like this. I ain't never scamped nobody like Polite and Umar. I ain't never robbed nobody like Rizza Islam with fake ass housing vouchers or actually being a Scientologist committing Medicaid fraud.
Oh, the fuck on. We not finna speed by that. We not just finna speed by that. He just got down. He just threw some shots. Hold on. He just threw some shots. Ooh. Did he just throw a shot at Dr. Kumar and Rizza Islam? Hold on. And who else? Hold on. You threw some shots, boy. You threw some shots.
And put my knowledge in animations.
Nah, I know why motherfucker Tasha K probably took this bitch down.
To try to wake kids up. Black kids. I was supposed to start school September 3rd. I went to jail August 3rd. When I went to jail, I wasn't in the street.
another black man, but to see, you know, a person of another race do it, it just hits different because it puts us back in a space where our ancestors were. But for you, what was your turning point? What made you say this is the direction I want to go? Because them hoteps pay motherfucking money, and you have how much in your mouth? How much is in your mouth?
It's a $15,000 girl.
Okay, how much are your earrings?
I'm like, why you asking the nigga how much?
I don't even remember.
How much is your chain? Your custom chain?
Set a nigga up, bitch.
I feel like this. I ain't never scammed nobody like Polite and Umar. I ain't never robbed nobody like Rizza Islam with fake ass housing vouchers or actually being a Scientologist committing Medicaid fraud. I feel like when a black, I earned my money righteously. This is the same way I earned money in prison. See, my thing is the black community don't take it into consideration. We don't have shit. Nobody give a fuck.
Damn, bro. Damn, yeah. Cause where the school at? I feel him. Dr. Umar, where the school at, Dr. Umar? I don't know. I think you might be scared of the feds or them people that's gonna put that money. I understand. Now I definitely understand. I definitely understand. I definitely understand. Cause you mentioned that shit, and I think you mentioned that shit a couple times. And I feel like you really concerned about that shit, Umar. I really feel like that. Niggas out here feeling like you scamming though, bro. Because niggas out here really is looking for that type of shit, like a school for the kids. And you could even do it like, okay, you want to have a physical school. I understand that. I think it may be a little more smarter and easier to do it on like from home, like home from school type shit with a curriculum type shit with, you know what I'm saying, under the radar. I feel like that might be a more better approach when you talking about school. If you motherfucking shook, if them people got you shook like that, how you just explaining them interviews. Cause yeah, niggas damn so feel like you scamming this shit, bro. Damn, bro. So Umar, Polite, and who he said Rizza Islam with some goddamn vouchers. What that nigga said? Some motherfucking some house about what the fuck Rizza Islam did?
About us. My thing is, I feel like when a black, I don't even remember, a couple thousand.
How much is your chain?
I ain't never robbed nobody like Rizza Islam with fake ass housing vouchers or actually being a Scientologist committing Medicaid fraud. I feel like when a black,
fake ass housing vouchers, got somebody from Medicaid fraud. What? I don't know, bro.
I earned my money.
Some wild accusations.
It's the same way I earned money in prison.
Damn.
See, my thing is the black community don't take it into consideration. We don't have shit. Nobody give a fuck about us. My thing is, like, for example,
I just was saying that word of the day. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. They don't. They don't give a fuck about you. That might have to change to that. See, that one word, that was a word yesterday. This is the word of today. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about us. Nigga. Nobody gives a fuck about you, nigga. Nigga, your grandma don't give a fuck about you. Nigga, your mama don't give a fuck about you, nigga. That bitch you fucking don't give a fuck about you, nigga. Nobody gives a fuck about you, bro. When your kids reach a certain age, they not finna give a fuck about you, nigga. Nobody gives a fuck about you, bro. I think your kids love you like that, like Kanye said in that line. Like, first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. I think that's how your kids love you. But nobody gives a fuck about you, bro.
I'm what you would consider in jail, a jailhouse
you gotta
lawyer.
handle that.
I help niggas beat their cases from. It's a nigga from Buffalo named Lil Molly, and he gonna tell you, Pharaoh sent me home twice on my gun case. He called a gun case. I went to the law library, got some casework for him. gave it to his lawyer, beat the case. Came back again for another gun, got the case law for him, gave it to his lawyer, beat the case.
So why not go to school to be a lawyer?
I was, but then I was like, these people gonna kill me in here.
Why they gonna kill you? If they want to kill you, they'll kill you anyway.
No, they probably would have, but I was like, I don't know nobody, and I'm by myself, and I'm gonna be in here going. They killed Johnny Cochran. Shit, why not kill me?
He had an aneurysm.
Man, listen, the CIA got guns that'll make your ass have a heart attack.
He had an aneurysm.
I'm just saying.
Stress from being a lawyer. He had a lot of high-profile cases.
So they say.
What do you mean, so they say?
There are weapons out here that can make cells explode in your brain and it look like you naturally died and you didn't naturally die.
So you think Johnny Cochran was that powerful that the government?
I think anybody that can defeat. I think anybody that can defeat white people in a courtroom are the most dangerous people in the country.
We have.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, look. I damn sure ain't doubting what he's saying about the people killing Johnny, because you got to remember what the fuck Johnny Cochran was famous for, nigga. Johnny Cochran got O.J. Simpson off, nigga. And they do got them special ass weapons. They got some shit like Men in Black for real out here for your ass. Talking about amnesia. Talking about that flashy thing. Pew. Talking about that little ass gun that they had on that bitch that blow up some big ass shit. Like, they got some real laser shit too. They got some shit. Like some people don't even know about the shit that shoot around the corner. They got the bullets that shoot around the corner, man. It's been a while. They came out with that shit 20 years ago for real, bitch. Nigga, that was the 2020 version for real when they were talking about them bitches shooting around the corner. This shit that they got now.
Black lawyers out here beating cases every day.
We ain't talking about beating cases. We talking about people that can sue these motherfuckers and wreck their.
Man, they got fucking small ass flies as cameras, right? Like they got real deal spy tech surveillance over this whole fucking country. They got them bitches small as flies, bro, and they cameras, bro, and they just fly around your shit, bro. And you would never fucking know, bro. It could be that bitch get in your house, everything, bro. They got little birds. There's birds around this bitch flying around. They nothing but fucking drones and cameras. Like, they're not real birds. It's plenty of birds as drones that's in the sky. You niggas think it's birds. They're not birds, bro. Niggas is being surveyed. Like, it's heavy surveillance from different countries. Not even just America. Not even just the feds. The motherfucking city police, they'll use regular drones and shit and fly around apartments and shit and fuck with niggas and shit like that. Fly that bitch over a building, see what the fuck a nigga got going on behind the building and shit. They do puss ass shit like that, but man, they got some fucked up shit out here, bro. They got some super advanced shit out here. You will never fucking know about it unless you motherfucking goddamn pay attention. Like, they got shit they could just goddamn tap your ass on the head, knock you the fuck out. I thought I just tap that bitch on your head like, yo, I just pass the fuck out, just put that bitch somewhere by your temple, bitch. All right.
Whole establishment. We ain't talking about you beat a gun case. We talking about somebody that could be like, you owe me $10 billion for that. You owe me $30 billion for that.
So you think Johnny Cochran's aneurysm was, and I have to say, allegedly.
No, I'm just saying I don't believe. I'm just saying I don't believe.
Because you don't believe what?
I don't believe anything at this point in my life until I can see it for myself.
So what made you go in the direction that you're in? The hoteps, all this stuff.
I didn't go there. I don't rock with the conscious community. Everybody know I exposed the whole conscious community, so I don't consider myself that. I'm walking in the direction of truth, and wherever truth leads me is where I go. When I started reading books on Operation Paperclip, JFK assassination, Arizona Wilder, Philip Schneider, Eric Snowden, Behold the Pale White Horse, and opening my eyes to the bullshit outside the black community, it was the truth.
Well, how do you know it's the truth? I mean, have you had a chance to vet those books and those authors?
Hell yeah, and this document. Listen here, I got a book right now.
Okay.
Called The Disclosure Project. It's by a gentleman who's white.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this: white people be telling the truth.
White is not always right, though.
But they be telling the truth.
White is not always right.
And black ain't always right.
I never said that. I said white is not always right.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Listen.
There's
a lot of gaslighting in these books out here.
Listen to me, Tasha. This ain't no fucking Ashley and Jacquees fiction book.
Okay.
These are motherfuckers that's in the military.
Okay.
The Disclosure Project. Book over 400 pages, all military personnel. Disclosing shit that be going on in the government. This ain't no motherfucking fiction, but this ain't no goddamn, what's his name? James Patterson. This is real shit. This is ex-FBI and ex-CIA agents writing books about shit that they see. Real shit. Real shit. So, fuck what niggas is talking about. Fuck that. What is this?
I'm just saying.
That's what made me go in this direction.
White people wrote our history books.
Fuck them history books.
I'm just saying.
Fuck them books.
It's very contradictory, though.
No, it's not.
You take one white author and say, oh, it's real shit. But then the very person who is teaching our kids every day, you say, fuck them books.
No.
I'm just saying.
Public school books are different than personally published books.
Okay.
The people who wrote the McGraw-Hill, that was Jeffrey Epstein, Elaine Epstein's dad, who was Robert Maxwell. What was his name? Robert Maxwell. He wrote that. He was an Israeli Mossad agent. So the public school book is not even made by white Americans. It's coming from Israel. So let's be clear on that. But just an independent author, somebody saying, hey, I used to work for the FBI. This is the shit I saw. That's different. Versus us getting a textbook that's universally manufactured and printed out by motherfuckers that's not even from this country. So black people not just getting lied to about our history, white people getting lied to in them books too. No disrespect to white people, them kids dumb as hell. Them kids ain't in them school. Them kids is partying all through goddamn college and getting good jobs because they dad the judge and they mama that. Let's just be honest. So no kids is smart in America, black or white kids. Because people don't realize the curriculum is not even being created by people that's from this country.
So your message is just to wake any and everybody up, not specifically black people, but the world. Okay.
Yes.
Now, I've seen you online and interesting enough, and I'm glad some of the viewers brought up this question. All of a sudden now your content is changing. Is this evolving or
my content ain't changing? I keep getting blocked. People keep asking me for shit they know they can't have. I can't post lectures on YouTube or I get blocked. I posted my Big Pharma Exposed lecture and now I'm blocked for 2 weeks. I can't post lectures.
Okay, so to talk about Kevin Samuels and him being right about the toxicity of black women.
I've been getting on black women. That ain't nothing new.
Okay.
I got on weave 3 years ago.
I mean, that's a whole nother thing because some people need weave.
I'm just saying it ain't nothing new.
But we can say the same thing about your gold.
Good, but this is a alchemic metal which increases the vibratory infrastructure within the body.
So is that why a lot of rappers wear a lot of gold?
They probably don't realize why they wear a lot of gold, but yes, this is why holistic Afrocentric healers such as the Egyptians not only wore gold, they built the pyramids and created the capstone of gold because the pyramid was a giant power plant and gold is the number one, metal is the number one conductor of electricity, but gold conducts electricity at a higher form than copper.
What about the diamonds?
What about them?
What about them? Where are they from? What do they represent?
The earth.
The earth? But how do you know where those diamonds came from?
Most likely Africa.
Okay, how were they gotten?
Most likely by blood. Most likely by blood.
And you're proud.
No, I'm not proud.
But I mean, it's like $40,000, $200,000 worth of shit.
So what?
It gives the impression that you want to teach one thing, but you want to live like the rest.
No, I want to live like my ancestors lived. What's wrong with me having on an Afrocentric shirt?
I don't see anything wrong with the shirt, but the chain is blinding.
Listen to me, right?
Nah, that's some hating ass shit. Cause if you know anything about our ancestors, that motherfucker, we kings, we supposed to have this shit. This is our shit. We supposed to be wearing that shit. I just feel too much hate, bro. I don't. That's why I'm like, I don't even know if I want to keep it. I just feel too much hatred. Like it's too much hate, bro. Like it's too much fuck shit. Like it's not like shade. It's too much shade. We in a lit house, man. Whatever you do, make sure you keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me? I'm not. It's like it's the frequency, the energy, the. It's just it's not how them hoes say it's not giving, man. It's not giving right now. Like it's really like I'm like I'm a see.
Okay.
As a black woman, you asking me about the cost of my artifacts.
Right.
That you would say are jewelry. These are artifacts.
Oh.
Right, as a black
when I
woman.
pass away, these just going in the museum somewhere. Artifacts. Not to be touched. Now, you more worried about the value of these artifacts other than the symbolism. Let me ask you, what does this mean?
Right.
I don't know what that means. It looks like the LGBTQ.
Exactly. You ain't even ask.
What does it mean?
And then she insult the man saying it looked like some LGBTQ shit. Ooh, that's why she took it down. Because you said that shit and you know how them people be. Ooh. That's another reason. You ain't edit this bitch correctly. You ain't want that shit to get out like that. It looked like a what? Ooh, and then she tried to insult the man. What it look like?
Walk us through it. No, seriously.
This is called the flower of life.
Okay.
Same thing I got tatted on my hand.
And she knew she fucked up soon as she
Let me
said
ask you, what does this mean?
I don't know what that means. It looks like the LGBTQ.
Exactly. You ain't even ask. You ain't
What
even
does
ask.
it mean? Walk us through it. No, seriously.
This is called the flower of life.
Okay.
Same thing I got tatted on my hand.
Right.
That you would say are jewelry. These are artifacts.
Oh.
Yeah. When I pass away, these just going in the museum somewhere. Artifacts. Not to be touched. Now, you more worried about the value of these artifacts other than the symbolism. Let me ask you, what does this mean?
I don't know what that means. It looks like the LGBTQ.
Exactly. You ain't even ask. You ain't even.
Damn, she insulted that man like that. Damn. LBGT community. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about her just doing that shit? Like she just it look like what? What? Did y'all feel like she used that shit as a it also sound like she was trying to disrespect. This is a heterosexual man, and she said the nigga looked like he got on some LG. She really being borderline disrespectful about shit, and that's why I'm really not fucking with this shit for real, because that shit flaw. Like you could see, like you could kind of like in the beginning, you could tell when somebody against somebody like already and shit. It's not like it's like it's equivalent to the interview Venus had with the white man with her daddy, and her daddy had to check the nigga like, hey, don't be asking her and trying to tell them about this shit, because like they had this vendetta against the person they interviewing already, and they feelings, they already had their personal feelings about shit, and they want to tell that highlight that or try to bring that type of shit out of. They just be on some negative ass bullshit, bro. And that's exactly what I'm feeling like. I just feel a bunch of fuck shit, bro. A bunch of fuck shit. I just feel a bunch of fuck shit, bro. From the jump. Like you could feel the energy and how flawed, like bitch, what? You know how a nigga, like, bitch, you just, I feel like he finna say some extra smart shit to her, like, cause she real deal disrespected. Like she trying to get smart. Like that's what them hoes do though. Like
What does it mean? Walk us through it. No, seriously.
This is called the flower of life.
Okay.
Same thing I got tatted on my hand.
Okay.
1.618. Now
Okay.
I believe in divinity. My indictment number was 01618. That's the Fibonacci sequence. That is the level of,
damn.
I mean, anything in the universe. If I take that paper cup and I rip it up, even if it's in different sizes, it's always going to have a mathematical ratio of 1.618.
Yeah.
This right here is the story of the universe. When you having a child, right? In the embryo in your womb is developing into a fetus, it develops at a mathematical ratio of 1.618.
Okay.
So this right here is literally the story of creation.
Hold it up to the camera so they can see it.
It's the story of creation within the universe.
Okay.
In alignment with the chakra system.
Okay.
So you said the LGBTQ, I'm assuming, because it looks like rainbow colors.
Yeah, it looks like rainbow colors.
Now the LGBTQ, which is a little satanic sect operated by George Soros, actually reversed the chakras. The rainbow is the visible light spectrum, which is in the center of the electromagnetic spectrum of the sun.
Okay.
And so you have red to purple. After purple, you get 780 terahertz level of vibration and light, and then it begins to solidify and become melanin. And then the sunlight hits the nitrogen in the atmosphere, specifically nitrogen.
I remember being a kid, right? And everybody loved rainbows. When the fuck did rainbows become associated with sissy shit? You feel me? A gay, like, where the fuck did that come from, bro? I thought it came for like being a fucking kid and shit. Like, not rainbows associated, like, it's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up when the kids know the fucking rainbow is gay. Like, kids can be a fucking kid. Like bro, like, damn, I'm not putting a fucking rainbow.
14, nitrogen 14 converts into carbon 12, and this is why carbon is 99% throughout the universe. So I said to say this: the visible
fucking 5-year-olds don't even like the rainbow. And I'm like, damn, Ray, you don't fuck with leprechauns, gold and shit. Like, fuck sis that. Fuck that gay ass.
light spectrum is the chakras. It's the rainbow.
Nigga don't even want to eat Lucky Charms, man. Nigga.
And then when you reverse the chakras, you get the upside down rainbow.
Yeah,
so in your mind, you connected this with the LGBTQ because that is a form of brain control. They take the universal science and they pervert it. And then when you see it,
could it not just be that
message? Nah, that ain't what it is. This, you are always trying to look at some shit a different way when a nigga telling you what the fuck it is. You motherfucker.
We want to include everybody from every way.
It does not matter if you want to include everybody. You have to ask somebody. Listen here, we bring some blood and some Crips in here. We can include them, right? And I'm not saying I'm a gangbanger,
I mean, we do.
But you still got to ask them why they throwing up pitchforks.
Snoop Dogg is throwing up signs on national TV.
Who throws up a pitchfork? Why you throwing up a pitchfork? All I'm saying is people need to start explaining their behavior around here.
Okay.
Explain why you got that on. Explain, just like you asked me what direction. Yeah. Why can't I ask people, what is that symbol about?
What is that bracelet? What does that represent?
Oh, this just flyness right here.
Oh, it's just flyness.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is flyness right here.
All right. What about the other rings right there? Hold them up so they can see them.
Okay, this is that camera right there.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the Eye of Horus right here. Also got this tatted on my face.
Okay.
And Derek Grace's wife stole my tattoo, so now I'm gonna keep shooting my shot at his wife on purpose.
Well, I saw Brother Polite with that tattoo.
No, you didn't. You seen him with paint on his face.
Damn, bro. Hold on, bro. You gonna shoot your shot at a bit about a tattoo, bro? Damn, bro. You tripping, bro. I hope you talking about his ex-wife. I hope you talking about the tatted up one. I hope you talking about the ex-wife, the one that left. I'm pretty sure you could have her. I don't want that. I want you to be safe, my brother.
You didn't see him with a tattoo. Let's be specific here.
Okay.
You ain't never seen nobody on the planet Earth with your tattoo until I got.
You ain't just fucking around. Well, you fucking around with them kids. I want you to be safe, my brother. I hope it's the one that's not around.
Got it.
Okay.
And then his wife copied.
Okay.
But she didn't copy and say, you know what, I was inspired.
Nah, for real. I want you to be safe, my brother, because you out here wilding. Now you wilding.
By young Pharaoh. She copy and then act like she did it first.
Mm.
And she's a black woman.
Mm.
But I ain't gonna say nothing to her because if I do, I'm gonna be bullying. So now I'm gonna say something to her nigga. And now I want to fight her nigga.
Do you not believe in like you
What?
setting trends?
Hold on. I want you.
No,
I want you to be safe, my brother. I gotta rewind this because I know I didn't even hear it, so I know we gotta rewind. Let's see what the fuck you talking about.
Flightness right here.
Oh, it's just flightness.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is flightness right here.
All right. What about the other rings right there? Hold them up so they can see them.
Okay, this is that camera right there.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the Eye of Horus right here. Also got this tatted on my face.
Okay.
And Derek Grace's wife stole my tattoo, so now I'm gonna keep shooting my shot at his wife on purpose.
Well, I saw Brother Polite with that tattoo.
No, you didn't. You seen him with paint on his face. You didn't see him with a tattoo. Let's be specific here.
Okay.
You ain't never seen nobody on the planet Earth with this tattoo until I got it.
Okay.
And then his wife copied.
Okay.
But she didn't copy and say, you know what, I was inspired by young Pharaoh. She copied and then act like she did it first.
Mm.
And she's a black woman.
Mm.
But I ain't gonna say nothing to her because if I do, I'm gonna be bullying. So now I'm gonna say something to her nigga. And now I want to fight her nigga.
I want you to be safe, my brother, because everybody does not fight. And my brother Derek Grace is heavily passionate about the topic of emotional intelligence, my brother. I want you to be more emotional intelligent. I need you to be more emotional intelligent besides tripping and wanting to trip with a nigga behind a woman. Which one is you talking about? Which one could it be? Yeah, I feel like it's the one that's not even involved with. But either way, my brother, I want you to be safe, my brother, because I want you to practice emotional intelligence and take a page out the book from my brother Derek Grace. Don't be out here making any rash decisions out of emotion, my brother. I can understand why you would say that during the interview with Tasha K. I can definitely understand why you would say that. But everybody's not a fighter, my brother. No, not at all. Nobody's gonna fight you behind a tattoo. I'm not gonna fight you behind a tattoo that my bitch got that I already had a tattoo about, but then nobody see because I got so many tattoos. Yo, shut the fuck up.
Believe in like you setting trends?
No, I believe in giving people their credit.
But not everybody's gonna give you credit. They may just see
that's called intellectual disingenuousness.
What?
Bro, everybody don't get shit from you, bro. Like, how do you know that they got it exactly from you? Even if they got it from you, bro, where did the knowledge of it come from? Look at that as being the inspiration, bro. Like, why is you tripping about a tattoo or some symbolism that don't nobody really give a fuck about but y'all? It's nothing to fight about. This is not really even a topic. I feel like you just name dropped on this bitch for nothing. Because this sounds like this the bitch that he ain't even dealing with.
They don't know you. Did she know you?
It doesn't matter. When I give lectures, I don't say
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it matters, bro. You're not the rock. It matters.
I found something out if I didn't find it out. I say this is where I got it from. Because that's called intellectual integrity. Mm. That's a thing.
Okay.
Like you can get kicked out of the scientific community for that. You can't steal somebody else's work.
I mean, that's citing someone's work. That's plagiarism or whatever you call it.
This means something to me.
What does it mean?
This right here is symbolic to oneness within the mind. So this right here looks like an eye, but it's actually glands and capacities within the brain. So the eyebrow is symbolic to thought, right? This right here is symbolic to smell. This right here is the tongue. It's symbolic to taste. Mm-hmm. This right here is symbolic to physical touch. Mm-hmm. Taste, touch, sight, sound, smell. And then your eye is your pineal gland. It's called your third eye because it actually has an iris in the same tissues as your eye. You actually have an eye in your head. And so the eye of Horus, if you were to take the left and right hemispheres of the brain and separate them, you have what's called the corpus callosum in medical science. Mm-hmm. That looks exactly like this because it is. And our ancestors knew in Egypt that you only have one sense, which is your electromagnetic field, touch. In order for you to smell, atoms and molecules have to touch your nostrils. In order for you to hear, sound waves have to touch the bones in your ear. It's called bone conduction. In order for you to taste, food has to touch your tongue. In order for you to see, light has to touch your eyes. So you only really have one physical sense, which is touch. And you divide that one sense through feelings, just like that, just like they made that movie, The Sixth Sense. But anyway, that is what this is symbolic to. And I got this tattooed on my right eye because this is symbolic to my intellectual, my logistics side. On your right side is considered the eye of Ra, the all-seeing eye. So this means something to me spiritually. This is why I got it. I don't know why the fuck she went and got it.
Well, maybe it means something to her spiritually as well.
Well, why would you act like you? Why when you made it public, you didn't make it public the way I made it?
Now I know
why did you make it like you was the originator and you came out with it first, and I got no credit?
I love your passion. I love your message. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I get a little distracted with everything that you got going on here. Okay. You know, as well as the viewers know, and everybody else that watches you, of course, because you say you are a very animated individual. Mm-hmm. Okay. Being that you have done time, you speak so passionately about your ancestors. Have you been to Africa? Have you been to Egypt?
I'm about to go, but COVID slowed me down. I was gonna go to Egypt, and then they dropped the COVID bomb, and I'm not taking the test. I'm not getting none of that.
But how do you speak so passionately about somewhere you've never been?
I'm about to go.
Okay. So what if you go over there?
But Egyptians were over here, though. You know that, right? You know it's pharaohs in the Grand Canyon, right?
I mean, I get that, but...
And they civilized. You know they came over here to civilize everybody over here.
So you read that in a book?
Yeah. The Mayans actually were civilized by the Egyptians. There's actually a temple over there called the Naga Maya Temple, which means brotherly tribe that came across the water.
And so that's my issue. It's like it's different from reading something as opposed to experiencing something, right? Mm-hmm. And so my thing is you're preaching so passionately, which I love, and I love to see my Black men going in a positive direction, okay, especially enlightening our people or anybody for that matter. But when you speak about something and you've never been there, I guess that's where the contradiction can be made. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But what is the contradiction? Listen to me.
It's like me speaking about South Africa, and I ain't been nowhere near that.
What's 5 plus 5?
10.
Are you in a math class?
I was taught that.
Are you in a math class?
Own.
So why I can't be taught this on my own?
But you weren't. You read books. You read random books of people who have experienced Egypt.
No, who have been there. Who have been there.
Okay.
Who have been there. Have you ever been in prison?
So what if you go and you find out go and you find out they don't even like a motherfucker like you?
Who is they?
Egyptians. What if you go?
We are the Egyptians.
What if you go? I'm talking about the Egyptians that are on the land now. Okay?
Ain't no Egyptians on the land now.
An American Black man right now here, okay?
And so
you can identify just like the LGBTQ.
Let's redefine this properly.
As LGBTQ, you identify as Egyptian, although you are born here.
Now this is where
your mom was born here.
No, but this is what I have to tell you. Okay. This is where I have to tell you that you're not scientifically you're not within the intellectual capacity to speak on that because you don't understand genetics. The people over there are considered Caucasian. They're Arabs. Arabs are genetically considered Caucasians. Mm-hmm. Arabs and white people both come from the Caucasus Mountains. Mm. Now, with that being said, those are not Egyptians. So how they gonna be mad at me for coming home? How they gonna be mad at me for coming home? They're not even supposed to be there. If anything, I'm supposed to be mad at them for being over there and destroying shit, breaking shit, stealing shit, eating mummies, having sex with mummies.
But listen. You're a very, very smart man. Mm. But do you know how ridiculous that sounds?
Okay. It sounds ridiculous that a group of nomads, homeless people, are in control of our cultural property. And I have an issue with that. But if I was to go to ancient Greece right now and steal a statue of Athena, I would expect white people to get upset.
But because you are in the system, you really can't rightfully claim anything. You're a property of
Who told you
the
that?
United States.
Who told you that?
Your felony told me that. What are you talking about?
Who told you
That's why you can't travel.
Listen, I'm not the property of anybody.
Okay.
My record reflects that I've had criminal interactions with the law, and they're actually in the wrong. So when this get off my record and I win this lawsuit, I want to see what everybody got to say.
Okay.
But I'm not the property of a motherfucker. I'm a natural, living, breathing entity.
So why are you so afraid?
I'm not
of the American government. You're carrying a gun. You walk around with a ton of security.
I'm not afraid. I'm aware. You've never been to prison. You don't know what the fuck these people doing when ain't nobody looking.
Okay.
Ain't nobody violating nobody like the police.
You're not in prison now?
Doesn't matter. I know what they're doing. I know for a fact the police will frame your ass. I know that they'll pull you over and put some shit in your car and say you had it and take you to jail and get you to where can't nobody see you and kill your ass. In jail, they killing motherfuckers and still counting them like they there. They give you 20 years, kill you, bury you in the graveyard that's in the backyard, and they'll come around every day and count your ass like you in that cell and you ain't been.
And then it'll miraculously be some news, right? When ain't nobody heard from you in a while, and it's like a couple years or you about that time for you to start getting out of shit. Guess what? It'd be some news or some shit like that. You feel me? You ain't coming home. Some shit. It's always it's fucked up because that shit is so fucking
in that cell for 5 years. They doing that. But nobody paying black men attention. Y'all not paying us attention. We surviving that motherfucker on our own.
I feel like you would be a lot more acceptable to people.
I don't care to be acceptable to nobody.
No. Because if you were claimed to be chosen, like you said.
No, the people come to me when they have questions that they know I got the answers to.
Okay. But if you want to change, if you want to change people, not change yourself, if you want people to wake up, shouldn't you relate to them?
I do. Y'all don't, people in this world are in pain. People in this world going through shit. Motherfuckers is on this camera acting like everything is glitz and glamour. That's not how the world really is.
That's not life. That's not life.
I know that's not life, but I'm talking about where I came from. I got to speak on behalf of where I came from. I came from the projects. I came from where the crackhead keep the lights on. That's where I came from. I didn't come from where nobody else came from.
Even though you were raised in the projects, you still had a pretty good life coming up, is what you're saying.
Hell nah.
But you said in the beginning.
I had a good life until my family fucked my grandma specifically and all my grimy ass aunts fucked my household up and ran my stepdad out.
Well, tell us about the good times coming up. Because I know you don't have all
football, video games.
Okay. That's it?
Girls.
That's it?
That's it.
No memories with your family?
No. Besides shit everybody do. Like play outside. My family used to drop us off at my grandma's house and bounce. And it'd be 20 of us at my grandma's watching ourselves. I grew up around people that's black women, that's drunks, and all hell could break loose. I grew up around very immature and irresponsible adults. We was smarter than the goddamn adults, raising our damn selves.
Okay.
I grew up in a household where the oldest watch the youngest, and the youngest become the oldest, and they watch the next youngest, and the parents is out doing whatever. That's the truth. Ain't no fucking lie. The parents want to party and club, and we watching our fucking selves, fending for ourselves.
It's not an interview no more. This is a therapy session. This is an RNR therapy session.
That's not a lie. That's where I'm from.
That's where you're from, but that's not in all cases.
How did that make you?
Yeah, but it's in a lie.
Very, very, even middle class, wealthy, even not so wealthy black families who are really doing what they got to do. A lot of parents are working. Black parents are working, and so they're not able to really be there for their kids because it's either I put food on the table.
Or mothers are keeping kids from their dads to be spiteful. Dads don't give a fuck. A lot of parents is having kids, and then they feeling like the kids is messing up their shine.
But you're generalizing a lot of this stuff, and these are
I grew up in the ghetto. That's what it is.
I mean, I grew up in the ghetto too, and we had some fathers there and some weren't, and some mothers there and some weren't. It wasn't all the way across the spectrum like that. Not everybody fits that narrative.
I know that. Yeah. But that's why I said I'm speaking on where I'm from.
Okay. And so everybody that you were around were pretty much
savage. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So you do realize it's about survival.
It is about survival.
Okay.
It's always been about survival.
And a lot of these people that you have woken up are probably in the projects right now listening to you and want that knowledge. But because of
they can go right to OttonUniversity.com where there's over 1,000 videos of content. Okay. I got a shout out by the CIA. Who the fuck do you know did that? Robert Steele, to be exact, ex-CIA agent, gave me a shout out. And I used him in a lecture before I ever even knew that he knew that I knew who he was. So, okay, nobody called me crazy. Want me to play the clip?
I don't need you to play. I'm sure it's online.
So. Yeah, it's on my YouTube and it's on my Instagram. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Ain't nobody in this world gonna tell me until you show me a black person out here that got a shout out from the CIA. I'm bopping on these fools.
So if you're if you seem to have not all the answers, but some of the answers, and you know how to wake the community up, why aren't people? Why do you feel people aren't accepting you? Why
They
do you feel?
don't care. Let me tell you something. I realized people didn't care one time. I tried to help this dude with his case. He had a robbery. I'm like, bro, you could beat this case. Just take this case law. This man looked me dead in my eyes and said, man, I don't feel like reading that shit. I'm about to just cop out there 5 years. And I was like, what? But you'd be surprised how people's own laziness is the cause of their demise. I've been betrayed by this community. You know what I mean? People tell me, you talk like a white boy. You act like a nerd.
I don't think you talk like a white boy.
But I've been told that.
Especially with them goals in your mouth.
Yeah, but I've been told that.
Okay.
Oh, you talk like a white boy. You act like a nerd. My children's mother, both my children's mothers became very destructive and very combative to me because they felt like I was pussy because I wasn't right. Like right now, I'm.
Because you displayed intelligence that they lacked and understood, and they didn't associate with strength or savagery, or you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, when you display intelligence and shit like that to a certain type of individual, they take that shit for granted. It's almost like taking your kindness for weakness and shit, right? But one thing about an intelligent nigga, you know, we know how to be ignorant, and we have our ways. I definitely got my ways of being dumb as fuck. I'm I'm retarded. And it's not a bad word if you describe yourself. Well, I'm retarded, but listen, man, the shit that just go on in my head sometimes, I be like, it remind me of that David Chappelle skit when he was like, a motherfucker be talking to you and shit. Like, if you know what goes on in my head when you approach me with that shit, you wouldn't say shit to me. They come up there trying to pitch my idea. Nigga, yeah. Nigga head be all type of different places. Like, I did world with some shit. Like, I don't even remember no more. But that shit crazy. Real nigga reaction.
I feel some type of way. So a little bit of, not saying I'm reckless, but
Okay.
a little bit of my chest is puffed out. But before I was chilling. I was just reading books, meditating, working out, and minding my business. And they thought I was pussy. So we just have to be honest. The black community does not value intellect. I got bullied by this community. It's on camera. I got bullied by this community.
Hey, so I had got put in this slow class, right? I got put in this slow class on accident when I transferred schools and shit, right? So I'm in there learning shit that I already knew like 2 grades ago. You feel me? Because I came from this different type of school and shit, right? So I hadn't already knew this shit. They were supposed to put me in the advanced class, but we put me in the slow class, a math class. Like I did the homework before I left that bitch. I ain't do no. I think matter of fact, yeah, I did all that shit while I was in the. Took the test while I was in the. Like, and didn't study shit. Like I told the motherfucker teacher, man, just give me the test. Just give me all the tests, man. Hey man, I can't do that. And then the motherfucking teacher went the motherfucking try. So I missed the table, man. Nigga went to try me, like he insulted me, like he wanted to test me and shit, right? Cause I'm in the motherfucking back of the class just drawing this shit. I got my headphones and I'm like, hey man, I already know this shit. I'm not finna really be paying attention to your class like that. I needed glasses, but I sat all the way in the back. You feel me? Any other class sat in the front, but this class sat all the way in the back because fucking got me in the slow class, bro. I done already did this. I already know this shit, man. 2 grades ago, I knew this shit, man. All right, y'all want to keep me in here? Fuck it, easy ain't for me. The fuck nigga call himself calling me up to the motherfucking board because I wasn't paying attention to shit. He called me up to the board and said, all right, you come up here and do your problems, man, since you know everything. All right. Nigga said, damn, he's absolutely right. All right, go ahead, sit back down. So the bitch, it was a bitch, and I was like, you a nerd. I didn't know you was a nerd. You a nerd. I'm like, a nerd? Bitch ain't never called me a nerd in my life. I'm like, bitch, what? I'm a nerd because you slow and you don't know this shit? Bitch, you don't get the fuck.
5 years.
Like, bitch, I'm a nerd because you don't know this shit that I learned 2 grades ago, man. You don't get the fuck on, hope.
By the adults and the people my age. It wasn't until I said,
nah,
hey,
bitch.
I used to gay.
Nah, I'm not a nerd, bitch. You just slow, ho. I'm just not supposed to be in this class.
Man, I'll blow your fucking top off. Now everybody, oh, we fuck with him. Oh, why? Why do it take for me to, and what people in the streets would call drop my nuts? Why I gotta drop my nuts for you to respect me as a man? But when I was saying, hey, read a book with me.
Where did you get that from?
What?
That I guess people didn't want to fuck with you until you start throwing up.
Because I've been walking around. I've been getting on a Greyhound. I've been driving state to state. I've been out here. PowerPoint in my back, in my laptop in the car, projector screen in the trunk, driving 14 hours to Atlanta, driving 19 hours to Chicago, driving 5.5 hours to motherfucking Detroit, driving 23 hours to South Carolina. Okay. Yeah.
And so people on the side of the road are telling you.
Nah, but I'm saying it's a certain type of black person who I wanted the streets wasn't in these lectures. The people I was talking to wasn't in there. The streets wasn't in there. Regular black people was in there. A couple street dudes was in there. But the inner city wasn't in there. The lower class wasn't in there. They was talking shit and running their fucking mouth. That's what they was doing. That's a fact.
But why do you think that is though? I mean, you're
because we did not value intelligence.
You think that's what it is?
That's what I know it is.
And it's not about survival.
It's both. If you don't value information, how the fuck do you value survival?
Well, why would you value information if your only thing is how I'm going to eat or how I'm going to feed my kids the next?
Because you should be informing yourselves on what you eating and where that even coming from.
You worked in fast food, right?
Well, I don't know if you consider Olive Garden fast food. But
I mean, you worked at a dollar store. How much did you make at a dollar store?
I don't remember. It was so little bit. I like $100-something a goddamn week, maybe.
So imagine a woman who's living in the projects who has so many kids. Father's not there, or either vice versa, man raising his kids, and they're literally having to work because the average person in the projects works 2 jobs to make ends meet. So where do you find time between you slaving, working 40 hours, making a mere $10 an hour on each job, trying to raise 3 kids to sit down and educate yourself? Where
I said that when I first got on lecture 5 years ago. I said that. I said I understand that the average person don't have time to read books. So that's what I'm here for. I'm going to read them and I'm going to give you the information. All you got to do is watch the goddamn lecture.
Okay.
So now the question goes back to you is, why the fuck they didn't watch the lecture?
How do you know? I guess my thing is like...
You know how many people DM me right now and be like, oh, I seen you a couple years ago, but I ain't really pay attention. But what was that shit you was talking about?
Because when you lecture, you know this as well as I do, especially if you're spiritual. You plant the seed. You don't water it. You plant it. They water their own seeds once you give them the seed.
But they was watching Love and Hip Hop though.
Okay. I mean, it's entertainment. When people are poor, when they're stressed, they go to entertainment, they go to drugs, they go to alcohol, they go to sex. Okay? That's what they do.
If you can go to them things, you can go to a lecture. It's right on YouTube, it's for free.
Have you been depressed before?
Yeah, I've been depressed before.
So was it easy for you to educate yourself while you were depressed?
Listen, no matter what I felt, I always do what I want to do.
Then you weren't in a depression state to the point
I wasn't in a depression state. I've been suicidal before.
Okay, so while you were suicidal, was it a book that helped you to not become suicidal?
Yeah.
Who helped you?
Yeah, when I was 15, 16 years old, I was
so you were
suicidal.
15 or 16. So, but you weren't 15 or 16 with 4 kids to feed.
No.
You weren't 15
But
or
I was
16
homeless in the
wondering,
wintertime.
But I'm just saying.
But that's harder.
But you didn't, but it's hard for you, but imagine you having to take care of 4 people.
Imagine, okay, so here's the thing. Imagine an adult, imagine being a grown-ass adult who could get food stamps and government assistance, which is hard. But people that's on food stamps over here, we got it way better than motherfuckers in third world countries. So we forget that. We think we got it hard. We don't got it hard. There's motherfuckers in Africa that don't got shit. So let's stop. We spoiled over here. But let me say this. Imagine being a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman and you on food stamps, Section 8 with 4 kids. And you're an adult and you have the capacity to say, you know what, instead of going to the club every weekend, I'm going to go every other weekend. And the time that I would spend at the club, wherever I drop my kids off, I'm going to read. Imagine choosing not to do that, but I'm a 15, 16-year-old out here homeless in the snow with nowhere to go, and I still got enough sense to walk all the way to the west side to get my fucking GED every day. I still got enough sense to read while hitting licks.
Well, that's you. And I think, how old are you?
I'm 28 now.
Okay, you're 28. So you haven't even crossed over the 30 threshold. You have a lot of knowledge, right? But I feel that life experience has to meet that knowledge. And you're still very young in age, okay?
Yes,
and so everyone has this projection of how life should be in their 20s. We live it, it's like there's black or white, but there's no gray area. And when you get into your 30s and 40s, you start to realize, maybe I was a little too hard on myself. Maybe I should have not been so one way and allowed myself to just kind of exist in the gray. You ever thought about that?
No.
Nah, I don't like the gray area to me is an illusion.
It's not an illusion. It's whatever you make it.
That's the realm of illusion.
But what if I say meditating is the gray area?
I can prove to you that meditating activates every neuron and muscle in the body. I can prove to you that people who have meditated next to people that actually work out got the same results and they didn't even work out. I can prove to you that you can channel.
But isn't that the gray area? Isn't that solely relying on the universe to guide you?
No, that's not the gray area. That's the oneness area.
Okay.
We are part of the ecosystem.
Well, it's the same thing.
Do you believe that you are a part of the ecosystem?
Yes, of course. I am
so that's nature.
Right. Okay, that's so there's divine. Yin, there's yang, and then there's in between where we don't understand. God is what we don't understand. Spirituality, we can understand it as much as we want, but it'll always be this mysterious concept about it.
I understand it. I understand it very well.
Okay.
Very well.
But do you agree, or do you believe that you still have a lot of learning to do?
Oh, yeah. I want to go over to Japan and learn and train with ninjas and samurais.
Okay.
And I want to go to Tibet and learn with the monks.
That's some shit.
I want to go get real now.
I ain't gonna
fuck Harvard. Okay. I want to go over there and be with shinobis. I want to go over there and learn how to levitate shit.
So there's a lot that you want to learn, and yet I still feel like you come off as if you know everything.
No, I just know what I know.
Okay.
I know what I know, and I'm confident in what I know.
So now you have, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Mm-hmm. It seems like you were here, and you reduced. You know, you're the family man. You know, you taking care of your kids, and you probably still take care of your kids.
Oh yeah. And her too.
And your baby mamas. But now, it seems like you've been reduced down in front of your viewers to the black men.
Bitch betrayed me and lied on my name.
Come on now, don't call a black woman a bitch. Come on now,
that's
your children are going to watch.
I'm gonna be nice after this.
But your children are gonna watch
if my son ever get betrayed,
what about your daughter?
If my daughter ever betray a man the way that her mother betrayed me, I'm gonna get on her ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you allow another man to drag your daughter outside of the house?
If my daughter going to another man's house after he tell me, and let's talk about what led up to this.
Okay.
I reached out to her mother.
And we're talking about the incident that happened between you and
her mother. Cursed me out.
Okay.
I reached out to her mother. Hey, can you speak with your daughter, please? Curse me out. You bitch ass nigga. Fuck you. Her mother cursed me out. Cause her mother think I'm pussy because I read. That's just the truth. I'm not done. I reached out to her father. Father don't respond. Reached out to her brother. Her brother don't respond. I put all the screenshots on the internet. Everybody know I'm not lying. I reached out to her whole family. They aided and abetted the toxicity. They did not try to stop it. They think I'm a nerd and they think I'm pussy. That's just the truth. I had no choice. I asked this woman to get the fuck out 20 times, nicely. May you please leave. Maybe you leave. May you please leave. May you please leave. Break some shit. May you please leave. Break some shit. May you please leave. I'm not no bitch ass nigga. You getting the fuck out.
Is this about proving that you're not a bitch ass nigga because people call you a nerd?
I ain't gonna count, dog. He's nice as hell if he did that many times. And he said he did that more than that many times. I ain't gonna count. Bitch when he had a chance to do that shit. As soon as the bitch I seen the bitch in my shit and she shouldn't have been in my shit. Bitch, I ain't saying bitch, come up. Get your ass that way, bitch. I told you, you do not bring your energy past this threshold, bitch. Fuck wrong with you? I told you. But I don't know. I feel like he was a very nice guy. He was very lenient, bro, if that shit happened like that, cause I'm a fucked up nigga. I tell a bitch quick. Hey, bitch, wait, go, bitch, call your brothers. Bitch, call your brothers right now, bitch. Bitch, call your brothers. Bitch, you gonna need help. Call your brothers. Please call your brothers. You gonna, bitch. He definitely was on spiritual power, boy, because there's niggas out here that ain't go. And I'm a patient nigga too. You know what I'm saying? I'm very patient. I'm so patient. You feel me? I ain't even beat a bitch up. She grabbed my girl like she was finna kill her, so I ain't even beat her up then. I just motherfucking explained to her the severity of her actions and what would have happened. But dog. Bitch, call your brother right now, bitch. What? Man, he would have went to jail.
It's about people keep violating me on purpose. And they're thinking I'm supposed
to. I would have went to jail, man. I would have went to jail. I got this thing, I look at bitch, I be like, oh, you really don't give a fuck about living life, no.
Supposed to take it. But Tasha, if I get up right now and I get in your face and I be like, motherfucker, I got. How long do I get to do that before you be like, man,
we don't have the same type of relationship that
you do with
your baby's mother.
It don't matter.
That is a very different.
I've never done that to her.
She should have.
I've never done that.
More grace than anybody on this earth because she birthed.
But I did call the police to get her out though. Okay. So now I'm a snitch.
So you realize,
what can I do?
I always say this, especially to black men. You created that.
I ain't create that shit. I don't even like that.
So you had no hand in her hurt.
I don't have a hand in the way that girl chooses to act upon me.
Did you have a hand in her heartbreak?
Let's be specific. What heartbreak? Pick something. What is she hurt?
That's
what is she upset
heartbreak?
About? What is she upset about?
That's not heartbreak.
What is heartbreak?
Well, according to her videos, the lying.
What lying?
The brainwashing.
Ask me. What brainwashing? She's
the manipulation.
Lying. She's lying. Do you want to go through my text messages right now?
Let me see him.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let me see.
She got my phone.
Let me see the phone.
She got my phone. The bitch is a liar.
So why won't you put out the text messages?
I did. Where the fuck you been at?
They ain't on your face.
Yes, they is.
Maybe because you ain't got your.
Yes, they is. They on my Instagram right now.
Hold on. The ATN Nation.
On Otten Banking CEO.
The what? Okay.
It's my third stream, so you might have missed it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how many pages do you have?
Let me ask you a question. To my publicist, do you not have a whole folder of this girl lying? A whole folder. My attorney got a whole folder.
Well, do you know what it looks like?
The girl black women be lying.
No, but do you know what it looks like?
Man, compulsive lying. The lies, boy, what lies beneath? The lie, boy. Listen. Ooh. I know white bitches lie, boy, but these boy, I done been lied on, but boy, that's the main. I'm scared to deal with white women because of black women. How many lies black women are told? Man, I damn sure I know I can't handle no with a white lie. Well, I'm not ready for no white lie, boy. What? Nah, man. I can't. Close I came was a mix lie, a yellow lie. That's the closest I came to a white lie. Was a yellow lie. Hell
A
no.
lying ass bitch.
No, it doesn't.
What it look like?
It looks like you are extremely aggressive.
Listen, I
It
love
looks like
women. I'm
because
nasty with women.
you're
I'm not
so
aggressive with women.
okay.
I don't. That's her.
No, listen. You took her out of her mom and dad's house and expected her to grow up and be this woman.
No.
And she says, "Oh, I'm a woman. I want to have 2 kids." And you doing all this reading, being raised in the projects, being raised in the ghetto, being around a lot of people.
I'm working in the next room.
You really
I don't club. I don't
but
nothing.
do you really
Never been gone
really
for the
think
weekend.
she was mature enough to handle first the type of relationship she was in with you, and 2, a very public breakup with a very public.
She made it public. We've been broke up for damn near 8 months. The separation agreement is from April 21st. She made it public. I didn't make it public. Why do you think
she made it public?
I don't know why the fuck women be doing this shit.
What is she telling you in your text messages?
I don't know. She just made a video saying, "I wish I would have never put it on the internet. I regret that." Women do stupid shit every day and y'all don't get held accountable for nothing y'all do. Yes, true. But y'all wrong right here. She's wrong. She made it public. Listen here. Me and Golden broke up. I told Golden, I said, "Listen, you don't even have to leave."
Man, how y'all even get back on this shit, man? Y'all niggas crazy. This is what I was saying when I said it's the only one reason he got this fucking interview. That same bullshit, that negative bullshit, because she went back to it. Like, I thought they was banging to the shit. I seen the clip, this nigga was talking about the alien. Look at the aliens.
Leave. My house big as fuck. You can stay upstairs, I'll stay downstairs because I want the office.
Do you think she
Listen, I'm not done. Listen, let me tell you what led up to this. You can stay upstairs, I'll stay downstairs. We can be roommates until you get on your feet. I won't bother you, you don't bother me. If I want to do me, I'm going to leave the house. If you want to do you, give me the kids, you leave the house till you get on your feet. That did.
Yeah, bro, it ain't gonna work, bro. You would think that shit would work, right? To keep the peace in the house and keep your kids, like, you would think that is the logical, choice to do, right? Logically. Like, what's wrong with doing that? Oh my God. What's wrong with doing that? What's wrong with it is they don't wanna be around or even have knowledge of you doing your shit, leaving when you leave the house and shit, because they gonna be feeling some type of way the entire time you gone, you come back and shit. Even if you not gonna feel type of way when they doing their shit, it don't even matter. It's all about their emotions, bro. Emotionally, they can't handle the motherfucking shit, bro. I don't know how to explain that shit. I don't get it. I had the same proposal to my baby mama just to keep the shit straight, keep it together. My daughter was having her therapy at the house. My baby mama said fuck all of that. Took my daughter, said fuck her therapy. Tried to motherfucking manipulate me and the motherfucking just, man, that shit some puss ass shit. Imagine me having my daughter 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? I work in front of the house and everything, to just not seeing my daughter for 3-4 months. Oh, I should.
Didn't work. Golden do shit like walk by you and try to bump you. The girl be starting shit.
Because
now,
she's young.
Who give a fuck? Who give a fuck? You not young.
Okay,
24 is not young.
So you've read books on the human mind, right?
It don't matter. This white man gonna charge your ass as an adult. I was getting charged as an adult. Listen here. I'm tired of women keep 20. What's here? Once you over the
Always coming up with this excuse shit, bro. Always bringing up like, bitch. Like, for real. Ain't no motherfucking excuses out here for like niggas, bro. In the real world, that shit don't.
the age of 21, you not young. You a grown ass person. And it don't matter if you book smart or not. You know not to be bumping into nobody. You know not to be talking shit.
Okay.
She not gonna go to the club and talk shit to no random person. Martina, I asked her, you want to give Martina a fair one? Because I take the kids and you can go in my garage and put some gloves on and give Martina a fair one. She don't want no smoke. So if you don't want to give Martina a fair one, why you want to bump me? Why you want to disrespect me? Why you want to violate me? Another woman that I'm.
Is that the nanny?
Nah, Martina's somebody else from Buffalo. But my point is this: women know what they be doing. They be being little demons behind the scenes, and then when you react, they call the police and try to get you locked up and lie. That's what they do. They fucking lie. CPS came to my house. You know how embarrassing that shit is? CPS came to my house the other week and asked her what's going on. She talking about this for entertainment. You done caused all this shit on the internet talking about this for entertainment.
Nah,
it's time for black women to take some fucking accountability. They be wilding, they be toxic, and they be doing shit on the internet for views and clout.
And trying to get paid off of Instagram and Facebook with no motherfucking LLC or no EIN. Damn. No business name. That's crazy. Too crazy, man. Just crazy, man.
And they don't give a fuck.
And it's very, very immature.
Yeah.
Because she is immature.
And I'm not taking no blame for that.
Okay.
She did that.
So you really not going...
She put the breakup on the internet. She started talking shit. She made 4 or 5 videos in a row. I didn't even know she was talking shit. Do you know how I found out Golden was talking shit about me? Old ass, no teeth having ass man on the internet made a video about me and it did like 25,000 views. So I was like, let me see what he talking about. And I heard I seen him playing her.
Okay.
So you in the house sitting right next to me, smiling in my face, but behind my back, you on the internet talking shit. Okay. That's crazy.
So you don't scam.
Nah, never scam.
It's your baby mama's fault.
This internet beef is my baby mother's fault.
Okay.
The internet being in my business is my baby mother's fault. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Her violating that separation agreement. We got a notarized separation agreement from the bank saying that I would help her out, I would pay her rent every month, and I would buy her a house. And that she could do what she want to do.
Okay.
I'm not trying to stop her life. I'm not trying to stop her from talking to other men. I got one rule. Give me the kids when you go do you. That's the only rule. You want to go club? I'm saying it to you right now to your face. I don't give a fuck if you go have an orgy. You're grown. Just give me the kids and go do you. That's the only rule.
So you didn't mind at all with her sleeping with anybody?
I loved her. Still got love for her. So it's gonna be a blow. But I can't control that girl. Mm-hmm. I never tried to control that girl. I always asked her, what do you want to do? Do what you want to do.
Do you feel like it's hard to communicate with you?
No. I don't have no problems with other women.
I mean, you're very loud. You're very aggressive.
Right now I am because
passionate.
I'm trying to prove my point because y'all don't listen to nobody but yourselves.
Okay.
Black women don't listen. Y'all got this little secret ass cult going on.
Well, maybe we've had to really rely on ourselves. I mean, because black men have, especially American.
Or maybe y'all value white people more than y'all value us.
I don't value no white person more than I value. The average black woman do. No.
So are you telling me that the average black woman, if you take her to her school, if you go to a college, right? Mm-hmm. And you go to a lecture or you go to let's just say you go to biology class. If you take the average black woman and you put her father, her brother, and her uncle and her cousin in that class, and you put that white teacher in that class, who do she think the smartest person in that room is?
Oh, my daughter would off bat tell me or her daddy.
Yeah, but the average person, that's your daughter. The average person is gonna say that white man. Facts.
Okay.
So black women don't value our minds. They don't look at it like we're smart.
What if we've had a reason not to value your mind?
What's the reason?
Really?
Yeah, they don't read books. Because if you read books, you would know.
Okay, let's just say the average black man, when he gets home, he doesn't value black women anymore, the ones that have helped him to get on.
Okay, that could be true for some. I'm not knocking that. But now we have to ask, what about people like me, who have been trying to alley-oop and pull black women the entire time, and I ain't been nothing but being. I'm not, and the other scenario is not every. All I'm saying is this: every black man who get on and leave a black woman, I was the one talking shit about that. Now I'm in a position where I understand why.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's the black women that you're dating.
No, the women that I'm dating now and the women I'm talking to now are very smart, very sweet, very wise. It's the women from the lower class that I've been trying to grab who don't give a fuck about nothing but hot girl summer. Because them the women that I grew up around.
What's wrong with hot girl summer?
Nothing wrong with hot girl summer, but what's wrong with hot girl summer is, when do we talk about generational wealth? When do we talk about?
But what if you getting wealth and you still want a hot girl summer? Like, what is wrong with that? You do you.
Listen to me. Now I'm doing me.
Okay.
Yes, but I've handled my business first.
Okay. But you can't expect
these kids is not okay out here.
Who is a kid and who had kids as a kid to be able to do adult things. Like you can't. Come on.
Listen here. Let me ask you a question.
Way more
I'm not even talking about. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Cardi B, right?
Okay.
I know you see that clip of Cardi B cutting her own daughter off from listening to her music. Okay. But she gonna tell us to do that shit. Facts. That shit gonna come out the radio and my baby's gonna hear that. And she gonna tell my babies to throw that ass, right? Now, I ain't got no problem with twerking. It's actually called Mapuko. It comes from Africa. But the point is, you gonna influence my kids to do some shit that you gonna cut off when your kids is listening to. So that's what's wrong with hot girl summer. If you going, my thing is this.
Who raises your kids?
We should be.
Who raises your kids? Your kids.
The parents.
Who raises your kids?
Hopefully us.
Is Cardi B raising your kid?
Hopefully not.
My
electronic devices.
My daughter does not listen to Cardi B. She's 15.
Okay. Mine don't either, but the point I'm trying to make is.
So whose job is it to parent the kids?
Listen here, it's called infiltration.
Okay.
You can be doing your job and still get infiltrated.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, isn't that with anything?
Exactly. But the point I'm making is, why are black women consciously misinfluencing younger black women?
We can say that about black men and what they do.
And I hold it down on that end.
What I'm saying is, Pharaoh, it seems like to the viewers that you are a walking contradiction. From sitting here, and this is my very first time meeting you. We've had conversations in the past over the phone and stuff like that, but we've never actually met. And you don't really get the gist of someone until you actually meet them. I told you this interview was going to be, we wouldn't hold nothing back.
That's right.
But in talking to you, I do feel that you may just be a little bit narcissistic.
I don't care.
And you may suffer from granule syndrome.
That's fine. But I make more money than you.
But that's typically a black woman response to call a nigga narcissistic because he had confidence in himself, extremely confident. Like, look up what is the technical definition of narcissistic, because these motherfuckers love to use that word, right? And now, and the way she used it and said it, she's not even sure of the definition. I could tell, but it's nothing wrong. They feel like narcissistic is a negative word the way it sounds, but it's really not a negative word definition. So look, narcissistic definition. We finna get to the motherfucking root of the motherfucking definition of this shit. Cause what it is, narcissistic in the psychological context refers to a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a persistent need for admiration, and lack of empathy for others. Lack of empathy for others? Shit. Inflated sense of self-importance. What is it? How can you have an inflated sense of self-importance if it's about like as an individual, you should hold yourself to the highest importance of anything. So, nigga, you should be narcissistic. I mean, you could probably show empathy and shit. I guess the lack of empathy is what would make a nigga narcissistic. But nah, man, what the fuck they talking about? Like, and nah. Inflated sense of self-importance. That's crazy. So it's really like being confident, like, you know what I'm saying, when you extra confident shit and all that. So it really ain't nothing wrong with being narcissistic, bro. You just it just sounds like you're more realistic in life, or you're confident, you're realistic. You ain't got to be empathetic. Lack of empathy, that's subjective. I mean, that's like that's like what the fuck you call it?
I'm smarter than you.
It depends.
I did it on my own with no help, and then we was both.
That boy say I make more money. Oh Lord, that nigga say that's cool. I make more money. You more smarter than you.
In the jungle, you would need me before I need you. Facts. If this country get invaded, you're going to need me before I need you. I'm deadlier than you. I'm stronger than you. And you're going to need me before I need you. So you can diagnose me with whatever the fuck you want to diagnose me.
I'm not diagnosing you.
I'm
saying
assume,
it seems as
it can seem like whatever.
Because I don't know you like that. I'm just saying we've sat here for almost an hour and a half, and I haven't seen you take accountability for nothing.
I have taken accountability, but what I'm saying is, for this, I'm not wrong.
Okay.
My son, my children's mother put our business on the internet listening to her toxic ass mom give her horrible advice. Her mother is the one who be telling her to take me for child support. Her mother is a toxic ass bitch, and she gives her daughter horrible advice. And when I try to communicate with her like a respectful adult, I get cursed out because they think I'm pussy because I like books. Okay. That's just what it is.
So why is it, if you know, because see, I come from an era where you don't flash what you have. People will know. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to say it. And I just feel like, you know, when you sit here and you say, I make more money than you, I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
We're all smart in our own ways. We all make money.
No, we're not. No, we're fucking not. I'm going to stop that bitch right there, because no, we are fucking not. Everybody's not fucking smart. I don't give a fuck. That's what stupid people say. Everybody's smart in their own way. That's that shit like a loser would say. Everybody's a winner when they be saying when it's not everything and shit like that. Man, what? Everybody's smart in their own way. No, that's some bullshit. That's what dumbass people say. No, everybody's not smart in their own way, man. Hell, fuck nah. What the fuck is you talking about, lady? No, you either you smart, you dumb, or you idiotic. You smart, you idiotic, dumb, smart, or genius. The fuck is you talking about? Everybody's not smart in their own way. What, man, bitch. My bad. I'm looking for my mind. I lost my mind. I'm looking for my
We want to contribute to life. And so I know some cats right now that'll make your pockets look like pennies. I do.
I bet you do.
But that's not how I'm judging you. I'm talking about your character. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can care less about all this. I mean, the viewers had questions about like where you raise the money to get that, because you have become more flashier. I mean, you got a custom made.
I've been had this.
Car.
I had this in Buffalo. I just never showed it.
Okay, but you have a custom made.
Let me say this though. I was doing lectures.
Okay.
And this jewelry was sitting right at my feet. I just never put it on.
Why? That makes no sense.
Because I didn't want people to value me for jewelry. I wanted people to value me for my mind.
But you're constantly saying I make more money than you. So why is
because you're attacking my mind.
I'm not attacking your mind.
You called me narcissistic. You said it seems like I'm narcissistic.
Do you know what narcissistic means?
But that's attacking my mind.
That's not attacking your mind.
What is it attacking?
That is a character flaw.
Your character.
That's not a character flaw, because we just went over the definition. It just stated a sense of high self-importance. That's not a flaw at all. That's confident in yourself. See, people don't want niggas to be confident in themselves, which is why they continuously want to categorize a nigga something as narcissistic, but they're really going off of how it sounds. They're not really looking into the actual definition of the word before they even categorize a nigga of this shit just because it sounds like a negative. It's just like when bitches keep saying you want to go with this narrative. Like, bitch, you don't even understand what narrative is, and y'all just keep motherfucking saying these words that y'all hearing and shit because it sounds good to y'all, and y'all program it under this new bullshit allegiance that y'all goes. God, that shit funny. But man, that shit funny as fuck. That shit crazy. But carry on.
Character is expressed by your what?
Right.
Your mentality.
Okay.
So if you're telling me I seem narcissistic, you're attacking my mind.
Okay, so that goes to show that by me even mentioning the mere fact that you sat here an hour and a half and I haven't seen you take accountability for anything is an attack on your mind, and that leads me to believe that maybe it may be.
You're telling me that I seem like I'm. Listen, you're telling me that I seem like I'm narcissistic because I'm being totally honest about my baby mother and I having no self-control and damaging my property.
But you haven't said what you did wrong.
I told the bitch not to come out. She came in anyway and cursed me out.
Okay, for every action for every reaction, there's an action. What was your action to get her to the point? Because you two were in a relationship. You two had two children together.
She played games. She played games. She played games. She played games.
So if you know they're games, don't play.
I didn't know it was a game at the time. She do shit like that day.
So you didn't cheat on her.
What is cheating? To who?
What do you mean?
What is cheating?
I mean, if you say, and that goes back to the beginning of the interview.
It's been time.
Man, these hoes always come back to that bullshit. Did you cheat on her? What, bitch? This is not even what this was about. They wasn't even together in this motherfucking confrontation. So what the fuck is you talking about? Where does that shit even come into play? Especially when he explained in the beginning how the bitch came in when he was already involved with somebody, came into the situation, got into it and fucked that shit up. You feel me? Like, this shit was already explained. Like, now it's I get it though. I understand exactly what this is. I understand exactly what, but he holding his own though.
It's been times where I've
y'all holding his own.
Did you sleep with other women unprotected while you were still sleeping with your child's mother?
We had a threesome.
Did she give consent for that?
What's up? Yeah, she was in it.
So
what? Bitch, did you not? What? How the fuck? Oh man, hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on, bro. How the fuck you do that without consent? Like, how do you do that without consent? I don't know no niggas goddamn what? The nigga said we had a threesome. They said, was that with consent? What? Bitch, was it? How? Huh? How do you do that without consent? What? Hold on, I'm stuck. My bad. I'm just. Am I wrong right now? It's early. This is what it is. I probably should have went to sleep 2 hours ago. Yeah.
What about the other women outside of what she didn't give consent for?
Listen to me.
But you expect her to not be toxic.
We be in group chats.
Okay.
She be in there lying. Y'all be lying. Golden be in them fucking group chats. She be lying.
Okay.
She be lying.
Lying about what?
I think females be afraid that people gonna look at them like they a hoe. That's what I feel like. And I feel like motherfuckers be telling their parents one thing and be doing another. Exactly. And I feel like whatever relationship she got with her parents, she not transparent with them. And for example, when I first started talking to Golden, Tasha, I told her parents I was polygamous. I told her parents that I was talking to somebody else because she didn't want to tell them. But I didn't know that she didn't tell them because I told her to tell them. Now, her mother used to curse me out and I didn't know why. And then I figured it out. And Golden will tell you this. I called her mother and was like, listen, such and such, this is what I'm about. I told her to tell you. I don't know why the fuck she didn't tell you. I thought she told you. And that is how her mother found out that I was polygamous.
How do you expect a mother to accept the man who has...
You don't got to accept it, but my thing is I'm going to show you my hand before I play it to show you I'm not manipulating. I don't got to manipulate nobody. I'm going to show you my hand. I'm not going to come to your office and be like, I'm going to show you, ma'am, Mrs. Tasha K. This is what I'm about. This is what I believe. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do it with. This is my blueprint. This is my plan. This is how much money I make. This is what I believe. Then you have the choice to say, nigga, yes or no to my daughter. But I'm not going to finesse your daughter out your house. I'm not. I'm going to come straight up. I came straight up. She lied. Okay. She lied. And before she even came in, I sent them both to Miami. Paid trip by themselves. I wasn't even there to see if they'd be cool together. And they said they fuck with each other. She didn't tell her mother she went on that trip. I don't know what she told her mother. But my main thing is women are sneaky and they be lying.
I feel like you were,
and then they want to throw men under the bus to save face, and we ain't doing that no more.
From what I've gathered from everything here, and me telling you that you may be just a little bit narcissistic, that's because you still haven't owned up to your part.
Listen,
because people react to what
I've already
you put
listened
out.
to me. No,
you believe in energy.
Man, listen. A bitch could react to some shit, right? Say shit ain't working out, you be like, you know what, this ain't working out, I'm finna leave the bitch alone. You like, look, this ain't working out. We should see other people. You know what I had multiple bitches tell me? Multiple. No, we ain't. We ain't. No, we not. We not. No, we not. We not breaking up. What? You ain't going nowhere. We not breaking up right now. What? Bitch, what you mean we not finna? What? You tripping? You ain't just hear what I said, bitch? Hold on, bitch. This is not up for debate, bitch. I just said this shit ain't working. I'm done with you. You ain't just hear what I said? Yeah, I heard what you said. Well, we ain't, no, bitch. We're not doing that. What you mean? What? What the fuck you mean? What I mean? I just said what the fuck I mean. This bitch can't. This bitch. What? And then that's what you could say. Look, that could have been it, and that's what happened. You never know what the fuck happened for real. Like, it ain't even have to be nothing, bro. It ain't have to be nothing. Nigga was just done, and now it's a whole bunch of extra shit because a nigga don't want to deal with your ass. Like, yes, it's multiple cases of this bullshit happening around America. It's multiple cases of this bullshit, and then you know what? It's some shit going around right now, right? It's a viral video from a rapper I think out of Texas. So the bitch said she left the nigga alone because he broke. He going broke and shit, right? So the nigga put out the motherfucking receipt like, y'all bitches got me fucked up. Look, y'all niggas got me fucked. So he'll record the whole argument on the slide and shit with the whole like, no, I'm not. I'm done with you. I don't want to fuck with you no more. Da-da-da. And she's like, no, we ain't breaking up. No, we ain't doing that. Da-da-da. She basically been like, no, we ain't doing it. Like, no, what you mean we ain't doing that? I'm not fucking with you. No, this shit. Oh, I'm telling you right now, this shit. And that boy passionate as fuck on that bitch. Like, man, this shit over. And then she just so bad. Like, no, it ain't. No, we ain't breaking up. This shit is not over. We is not breaking up. And that's exactly, man, look, bro. This has got to be in the whole playbook or something, bro, because this has been happening at an alarming rate. Like, the shit happened to me twice, right? And I just was like, I'm not finna put myself in no position like that no more, man.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. Me and Golden have already got past all of that type of shit. What you want me to say? Okay, I cheated before. Yup, we already got past that. What's the point? What's the problem? We be in group messages. We be talking to females. I bring her females to see if I even told Golden one time, you pick the next woman. What's the problem?
But she said you were going behind her back, still bringing women or talking to women that she didn't approve of.
Okay, so now here's the thing.
Okay.
We gonna see from this point on, because all the he say, she say shit, I never been with all that.
I'm gonna bring Golden here.
I don't know what you do.
I'm gonna bring
But
Golden
my thing
here.
is this.
Okay.
My thing is this. Don't try to get back with me.
But that's the only reason he got that interview. Now it's even more evident. It's the only reason he got it. I'm gonna bring up, bitch. That was your whole intention anyway. You was finna do that anyway. That was your whole purpose. You got her lined up, scheduled already for that interview after him. I already peeped that.
Don't try to be in a relationship with me. Don't try to fuck with me. All of that texting me right now, talking about let's just move forward. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. So you can bring her here. She can say what the fuck she want to say. She know what it is. Fuck the camera. Fuck all that. She know what it is. Don't try to be back with me. Now, so since I did that and I did that and I did that and I did that, don't bring your ass crying over here. Because motherfuckers always playing on this camera, thinking shit a game, doing shit for views. My thing is, this is my fucking brand. I built this shit up from the ground up by myself. I was clapping motherfuckers before I started doing this and getting it in and surviving. This shit changed my life and took me on a righteous path. Before this, I would have blew a motherfucker face off. Facts. Facts. So my thing is, I don't got to lie or front for nobody. Nobody. I've been under FBI investigation since 2010. Dipping on their ass. No disrespect to the feds. Dipping on their ass. And they know that.
Nah, buddy. You can't say that and then say that. Now you know what come with that. It's a number of reasons this motherfucker probably got took down. I ain't gonna count to you. Both of them probably wanted this shit took down. I ain't gonna lie. I could see why. They probably wanted to run a whole nother interview. They probably, I don't know. But nah, yeah, but that book, if it was like this, that bitch just
I don't got to front for nobody on no camera. That bitch be lying. And she don't got no family or nobody in her ear to tell her right. But now she want to, let's do the hearts, all that. I told her I want to see the kids when I come back. Always. It ain't been always. I ain't seen my kids in forever. And I tell her all the time, let me see the kids. I'm not trying to control you. I don't got to control nobody. I never tried to control nobody. Obviously, because if I was trying to control her, she'd be smarter than what the fuck she is.
So now you're an absentee father.
Because of her.
Who?
Because of her. Because she want to play games.
I don't believe that.
I don't give a fuck. It's
I
the
believe
truth.
that if you've helped so many prisoners fight this case, fight that case, why don't you just go and get custody for your kids?
Because I did not at first want to involve white people in my business when we should be able to talk this out like adults.
But you have a white nanny that's in your business though, right?
She picked the nanny.
Pharaoh, listen.
She picked the nanny. And I don't care if the nanny white. I care about who got my kids' best interest at hand. But my thing is this. She picked the nanny. So why do people keep attacking me about this nanny?
I'm not attacking you about the nanny.
She picked the damn nanny.
I just know that the nanny is with you, right?
No.
Okay.
She picked the nanny.
Okay.
I told her, I said, pick a nanny that you trust and I'm going to pay for it. She picked the nanny. And the chaos came. And I told her, okay, pick another nanny. But we're not about to keep running through nannies. Pick somebody and stay. I didn't have shit to do with it.
Okay.
All I'm doing is financially supporting. She picking these people and then beefing with these people. I didn't have nothing to do with that shit.
Okay.
But everything is on me.
But here's the thing. It just seems like right now there's a lot surrounding your name. Okay.
It is.
And I just feel like when we find ourselves in the midst of everything is at us, it's because something we're doing inside. It's no different than me. When I'm in the middle of a controversy, I know it's what did I do? And I always look within. And you know that because we attract what it is that we want. And I just feel like there's been a lot of, and the reason I say this, I feel that you suffer from granule syndrome because I feel that you probably think it's way bigger than what it is. And it's just merely a conversation.
Nah, I think that y'all are not aware of certain shit.
And see,
I got
an
abducted
insult.
before by extraterrestrials.
What?
Do you believe that? Look me in my eyes.
What the fuck?
Look me in
No,
my eyes.
absolutely
Look
fucking
me in
not.
my
Because you're
eyes.
still here on
Look
the
me in my
internet
eyes.
raising hell.
Look me
No,
in my eyes.
no,
And tell me I'm lying.
you're lying.
That's the problem. I'm aware of something you're not. We're gonna see though.
What's up with your tongue? Why you always doing your tongue like this?
I don't know. Part of my personality. I like to flick my tongue out. Part of my swag. Part of my micro expressions. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm aware of something on the. I'm aware of shit.
So
that
tell
the
me what
average person
happened
is
when
not.
you were abducted. Before we move on,
I told your story
next.
like 5 times already.
Okay, I haven't
People have
heard
been
this
calling me
particular story.
Okay,
I'm sure my viewers haven't
I'm
heard
tell you
it.
right now.
Okay, tell me.
I was on a table, and my body was on the table.
Okay.
And I was on a ship, and it was all metal like a spoon. And I was looking down on my body, and my body was like chest down. I was looking at the back of my head, and there was some beings operating on my 33rd vertebrae, and it felt like it felt like when you take 2 wires and you touch them, and they kept going like that with my I don't know what it was. Don't have me get the line, but it was right here, and I could look all around me, but I couldn't look to the right. It was a being right here to the right, but it didn't look like me or you. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Okay.
But it was whatever it was a masculine being, and it was talking to me telepathically, and they told me it was the captain of the ship. This is a true ass story, and they told me it was the captain of the ship, and I asked the being, like, it wouldn't identify itself though. When I asked specific questions like, where you from? It didn't answer. And I asked him, like, what you doing? What are you doing to my body? And it was like, we fixing you. And the being asked me for my permission. I gave him my permission. And then it kept touching, it kept going like this with my spine. And I kept feeling my pain increase. And I remember I was just gritting my teeth like, Argh! And it was, they say they were strengthening my nervous system so that I could channel. And I believe that because I do channel. But it was clicking me like this. And I remember the pain was increasing and the being kept communicating with me like, are you okay? Can we keep going? I kept saying, yeah, I could take it. And I was trying to be tough and take the pain. I remember the pain got so excruciating. I just came back to my body and they brought me back.
Do you believe that maybe you probably had a hallucination due to all the books you were overloading your mind with?
Fuck no.
Have you ever done coke?
Fuck no.
Marijuana?
Yeah, I do weed now. I just started smoking. I ain't smoked weed all my life. I didn't even smoke weed when I was gangbanging.
You ain't did no type of...
No, I never did drugs all my life, man.
Okay. I'm just...
Yeah, that boy was high. That boy was high. You ain't never smoked weed before, and then your first time smoking is that Zaza. Hell yeah, boy, your ass was out there seeing spaceships on Bankhead, rolling with gangsters. No, that sound like that movie though. I ain't gonna lie, that sound like he went to sleep watching that movie. The fuck is that movie, bro? It's a movie, man. I swear it's a scene in a movie, an alien movie. It's something like that, bro. I want to say it's like, was it one of the Riddick shits? It was something, bro. It was an alien movie. It was definitely some different shit. I swear, bro. It was a movie. I swear it's a movie, something like this. I know it's a movie, something like this. I seen that bitch I remember I had this tall yellow bitch one time. I remember watching that bitch with that bitch. I remember it. What the fuck is, I don't know the name though. This a time I used to get a whole bunch of DVDs and shit from the movie, man. This one DVDs and shit. That's when nigga used to get the DVDs from the movie.
Just asking. I mean, that's a...
No.
I just feel like...
No, I didn't do drugs in prison.
You probably overloaded your brain.
I didn't do drugs in prison.
Okay.
The police gonna tell you in prison that nigga ain't do no drugs, no gay shit, no nothing. Ain't nobody going my business. Ain't nobody bitch me.
Well,
nothing.
I think weed is good for you. I really do.
I just started smoking. This happened before I started smoking.
How is it? How are you doing with it?
Same way everybody doing. Cool.
Okay, good. You calm down.
Yeah, I'm
okay, cool.
But I'm not
so
crazy.
What happened before you started?
I'm not saying you're crazy.
I got a shout out from the CIA. Remember that.
Different.
Remember that.
But not crazy.
Remember that. Remember, I got a shout out.
I don't think anybody's crazy. I just think we're all made very uniquely, and I feel that you are a unique individual.
But I am the only black man in the country with a shout out from the CIA.
What is next From young Pharaoh. How are you going to fix this mess that's on the internet?
Fuck this mess on the internet.
Okay.
What the fuck? Who the fuck focus on fixing some bullshit on the internet? The internet is the internet for a reason. Ain't gotta fix nothing that's on the internet. Shit. 15 minutes, that shit gonna be gone. They on to the next bullshit. Cause I don't even know what the fuck they talk about. What shit on the internet? Is it some shit?
It's the most powerful banker in the world.
Okay. You're owning a bank? You're buying a bank?
I already own a bank.
Okay.
I turned my house into a bank.
Okay.
And it's protected by the federal government.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm about to run this checkup.
What's the name of the bank?
Otten Banking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm turning my family into a royal family.
So you bought a bond to run a bank out of
I'm not going to put nobody in my business. People just need to know I'm a banker.
I'm just saying, you got to have a bond. I mean, for me to come to let you, I mean, if I'm going to trust you with my money, I'm going to need to know that you're insured. Do you have a bond?
Nobody got to even be a part of this bank.
Okay. So why do you have a bank?
People going to be a part of this bank if I let them.
Okay.
Because I got a crown on the way. And I'm a royal, I have a royal bloodline. And I'm only doing business with people that's loyal to my crown. And if you're not loyal to my crown, I'm going to crush your ass financially. Facts. I ain't got to put my hands on nobody. I'm going to start crushing motherfuckers' whole business. Facts. And get you the fuck out of here. So if you're not doing right, or if you doing some bullshit out here, if you're doing some human trafficking out here, I'm going to crush you.
So why would you warn people about what you're doing? Wouldn't that make you a target? That's the reason.
Because I want them to see me coming.
Why you're carrying and why you got security and shit, and why you won't ride in Atlanta or anywhere by yourself?
I do ride. I've been around this country by myself.
Okay, but now you say you won't. Now you say you got to get
because I'm wealthy,
together.
And people see jewelry, and I look at my jewelry as alchemy. Other people might look at me like I'm a walking lick, because people out here in the goddamn matrix. People value material things more than they value organic life. So for me, my jewelry is spiritual. This chain to me is spiritual. This is the deity I channel.
You have a Lamborghini, right?
No.
What is it?
I have a Corvette.
Okay. Is that spiritual?
The symbols on it is.
Okay. But the Corvette, is it spiritual?
No, the Corvette will let you know I'm winning.
Your kids
the Corvette is to let you know I'm winning.
Okay.
When you catch that touchdown, you celebrate before you go in that end zone.
Okay.
I can celebrate. I win the end zone.
Okay.
That's my right. Everybody else celebrate when they go to the end zone. White people got $1 million cars on NASCAR. Don't nobody say nothing to them. So why when I got my car don't cost as much as them NASCAR cars cost? That ain't no goddamn Lamborghini.
So you own a bank. What else is next for you?
Nation.
You're
building a whole nation.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What type of nation?
An intellectual nation that actually does real humanitarian philanthropic, philanthropic work, and actually goes around to third world countries, builds those countries up. I want to get into civil engineering. I want to start to clean the oceans, clean the ecosystems, clean the atmosphere, and actually clean the environment up properly.
Okay. And you're going to do all this before?
I'm going to do all this as much as I can. I'm actually studying medicine, traditional Chinese.
It sounds like he need to get with nature job. For real, man. That boy cleaning up the motherfucking world with that shit, with that plastiline that he got going on. That boy finna goddamn do it, man. Protect that boy at all costs.
Chinese medicine, as well as traditional East Indian medicine. And I'm finna get into Afrocentric herbal medicine as well. I want to start to heal people. And I'm going to turn up and enjoy my life while I do all this.
Okay.
So people could judge me all they want, but
to get with Yaki too, then
the difference between me and everybody else is I can argue with you on Monday, but I'm still getting work done.
Are you upset at the questions that I threw at you?
No, I love them.
Okay.
And I love you. And I've supported you from day one. And I don't know if you know, but
I support you as well.
That's right.
Okay.
And I respect you because it takes heart to ask questions don't nobody want to ask. So
Okay.
It's all love and respect always. And we need this because people need to be able to. I feel like anybody should be able to be asked anything. If you can't answer it, what you hiding?
Okay.
So
you're not hiding anything.
No.
And you feel that you have done nothing to contribute to this chaos that's surrounded about.
Let me tell you something. I took a person out their house, upgraded their lifestyle. Despite what they say, I ain't never beat their ass. Because women who get their ass beat don't act like that. They don't even feel that comfortable to betray somebody like that.
Facts. He ain't say facts after that. He supposed to say facts after that.
I home birthed both my babies, raised both my babies. Used to have my son like this, creating PowerPoint, staying up all night. I was a hell of a fucking dad. Moved that girl from Buffalo, She picked the house. I let her pick it because I didn't care. I got 51 acres of land in Costa Rica. I'm about to build an Egyptian palace over there. I didn't give a fuck. You picked the house because this is just a landing zone for me. So I let that girl do everything that women bought her a $70,000 car, didn't even have a license at the time, spoiled that girl. And her issue with me is something that she knew out the gate. I want to talk to other women. So you add it up. Sat her down, got a notebook, taught her how to start a corporation. That Golden Beauty logo, it looked just like my We Coming Back Pharaoh logo because I made that fucking logo. Gave her a brand. All her followers came from me. I gave that girl a platform. And if she would have listened, she'd be a fucking millionaire right now. But she chose to bullshit. She wanted to do pranks. Nothing wrong with pranks, but she chose to listen to everybody but her man that actually had her best interest in him.
So do you feel that the material things that you were doing for her outweigh the loyalty to her?
Hell nah. I would have died for that girl at one point in time. If that girl would have needed a kidney,
so
I
why
would have
couldn't
gave her
you
a
give
kidney.
her the loyalty of not seeing other women?
She could have got the
If you would have died.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Okay.
We went to Florida and Miami, right? With the UFC fighter when he hosted my lecture.
Okay.
Abel Killer Trujillo. It was me, her, and the other girl I was talking about at the time. His license was in the car. Now, this is my man. He let me drive his car. I ain't had no car down there. He let me drive his car. This bitch Golden took his license, took a picture of it.
Call her a bitch.
This woman Golden took his license, took a picture of it and sent it to her friend talking about my boo.
Okay.
That's my man. You took a picture of my man license, complimenting his looks, and sent it to your friend. But motherfuckers want to talk about loyalty. This bitch been violating since day one.
Don't call her a bitch.
This woman been violating. This woman been violating since day one.
Okay.
But motherfuckers want to pin the blame on me. I don't.
She put too much attention on the word bitch, like, cause niggas, this how we talk. First of all,
I don't do behind the scenes.
Nah, she's a bitch in that sense.
If I'm gonna pop right on. I'll punch somebody in their mouth on CNN. I don't gotta punch in no camera. She is sneaky. She's conniving. She's vindictive, and she's a fucking liar.
Okay.
And she do disrespectful shit. If I show you my phone right now, she just was messaging me yesterday. Oh, my other man, Didn't want to be like, she don't got no man. I don't care if you got a man. My thing is stop playing with my kids. I can't see my kids, but the next nigga is around my kids, and then you're not even telling me. I can't see my kids, but you sneaking off the Sonics to go jump out the car, leave the kids sleep in the car, and go talk to somebody else. My thing is my kids' safety. I don't care about what you do with your body. You grown. Everybody have sex. My kids. Okay. If something happens to my kids, you can't. It ain't no reset button. Can't just bring my goddamn kids back to life. She's playing with the kids. That's what my issue is. And she's a liar.
Okay. So, of course, we've been here 2 hours. And I mean, what you have going on, you've been on the internet for many years. And so it's kind of hard to compact that in 2 hours. But I do feel like we've touched a lot of base here.
Yeah.
And of course, I will invite you back to the studio. I guess what I'm trying to end this with is there any kind of way that you would be willing to kind of reconcile with your child's mother? Because I don't feel that it's doing your brand any justice.
I don't care because she wasn't here when I built my brand on my own.
Okay.
She came in while I was up. She ain't got shit to do with my brand. Only thing she doing is exposing all of the toxic ass bras in the community. But as far as my brand, I gave her a brand. She ain't give me no brand.
Okay.
I was already up. But what I am gonna say is the same thing I always say. If she don't learn how to listen, she can't come the fuck around me. Because obviously she's proven she can't do this on her own.
Okay.
Also, if she don't learn how to be respectful, I'm not asking her to kiss my ass. I'm not asking her to kiss my feet. I'm asking her to be kind to people. Be respectful to people. I don't talk about, not saying she do, I don't talk about people behind their back. I don't make fun of people. I want to be out here with the homeless people. Bitch, you not about to roll with me if you an ignorant ass bitch. I'm not dealing with that. I like people. I want to be able to be like, ma'am, you need some help? Come on, ma'am. I don't want to deal with no asshole. So stop being an asshole. And she's betrayed me so far. I don't know.
And what do you want to say to all the viewers who have changed their minds about you, have stopped following you?
You have a right to do that. You have a right to do that.
Okay.
You have a right to do that. But I will say this on the way out. I want to give my accomplishments out.
Okay.
Before everybody worry about the shit that every black man in the country is going through with these ratchet ass broads.
Trying to tell you.
I do have the #1 university in the country right now. I am undefeated in debates for 5 years. I have publicly destroyed every so-called scholar, from street scholars all the way up to a Jewish rabbi. I have had a Harvard University professor back out of a debate. I am a polymath. I do have a top 1% of level of intelligence in multiple subject matters. I am a self-made millionaire. I am an elite black banker. Wait a minute. I did expose the deep state. I was involved in the 1776 Freedom Tour. What else? I have done interviews with doctors and scientists such as Judy Mikovits, Dr. Shiva, Mitchell Gerber, Google whistleblower Zach Voorhees, Cyrus Parsa. I did get a shout out from a CIA agent and do an interview with him by the name of Robert Steele. I got interviews with Charlie Ward. If you don't know who Charlie Ward is, go research him. I have the most extensive background and resume out of any black man in the country, including those no longer here. Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X, no disrespect. Facts, all by myself. I have 4 inventions that y'all getting ready to see. 4 inventions. I'm building a science laboratory in my house. I got my own platforms, creating my own social media platforms.
Let me stop you because I know you can go on forever.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned a lot of stuff that you're doing. Now, you ain't gonna be out here on no Dr. Umar shit, are you?
I don't even know Dr. Umar doing out here. I don't pay him no attention.
We're still waiting on the school to open.
My school already open.
Okay.
It's an app. You can go download it right now at University.
Okay.
And let me let everybody know it's very well structured. There's a youth section and there's an adult section, and it's based off the way that the Egyptians taught school, which is based off the university.
You still beefing with Dr. Umar?
I made fun of Dr. Umar and I got on the tip because he disrespected me. Somebody actually asked Dr. Umar what did he think about me, and his response was, he's the dirtiest little nigga in the game. I had never said nothing bad about Umar. Umar was beefing with General Seti at the time. Everybody know me and General Seti friends. I didn't even jump in it because I said, these are 2 grown men having their issue. It don't have shit to do with me.
Okay. And
he went out his way to disrespect me. So now I'm going to call him a fat bitch every time I see him, and I'll whoop Umar ass.
Man, he do got wide hips. Okay.
And I'm going to say this before I go. Elementary, right? Based off the elements. And then after that, you have high school, which is learning how to be in your higher self, how to control your emotions. And then after that, you got the university, which is the study of the universe. So that is how my university is structured. And I teach math on there from basic to calculus to trigonometry. You should be able to homeschool your kid on any and every subject. I teach vocabulary on there, alphabet, everything. The only thing that you're not gonna get on there is what you need hands-on with, which is carpentry, and the vocational schools is coming soon anyway. So I'm providing what needs to be provided, and it's already there. You can download it on the App Store or go to ottonuniversity.com, and the subscription is $24.99 for the family pack, and you're gonna get more information in there that you would get in any college university in the country. So for $24.99, not no $80,000, $100,000 intuition. So people saying I'm a scammer, I put my work in. I read these books and gave this knowledge to the public for $20. When a white man gonna crack you in your head for some bullshit. And people call me a scammer. That's crazy. I might as well should have came out scamming.
Well, thank you so much, young Pharaoh. This is the first viewer's choice. Because like I said, it was so much to compact. So I'm definitely gonna have you back here again. Where can people find you?
Now you can find me on YouTube at Aten, ATEN Banking LLC, Instagram at Aten Banking CEO, and every other social media app, Aten Banking. You can still find me on YouTube. Facebook at Young Pharaoh. But honestly, y'all can find me in my university. Just because I don't post knowledge in the public eye, I still upload to my university. I'm going to be uploading there for the rest of my life. Either you in there or you not.
All right. That's it. Thank you.
Love you. Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Bye.
All right, sweetheart.
Okay. Whew, that was what, 2 hours and 30 minutes?
That's good though.
I usually don't let people in because sometimes they do start talking and it picks up on the camera. So like that voice there that you just, like what you just said, it's going to pick up in the end of the
Yeah, man. Hey. Whew, what that was, 3 hour real nigga reaction? That shit was crazy, man. Hey, do your thing, boy. Handle your business, man. I'ma fuck with you on that app too. I don't know how you spelled that, but I'ma figure it out later. I'ma find that shit. It's Home Inc. TV. Hustlers on a mission every day. We in a lit house. Whatever you do, make sure you keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me? Sponsored by dividendsapparel.com. Remember, whatever you do, make sure you do it capital and create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that and never forget, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Hoe ass niggas gonna talk about it and fuck niggas gonna hate regardless. I promise you that. So do your shit to the fullest, nigga. Hand
Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission. Grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the rich. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission. Trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heaven.